Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It's the Champions League live stream watch-along on That's Football. Been looking forward to this. I hope Madrid win. Of course I want Madrid to win. I'm a Manchester United fan, but I do think Liverpool will win. I've gone 3-1 to Liverpool straight off the bat. I'll let you know about that. Big shout out to Spitch. If you've got your camera phone, you can scan the QR code and get involved with that. But I'll talk more about that in a minute. But big shout out to Spitch. But what a game. What an evening. Paris has been taken over by Real Madrid and Liverpool fans. They're passionate. The Scousers are confident. I think they've got every reason to be. Real Madrid. It looks like there's a lot more red than white in Paris tonight. But we will see how the game pans out. We've got the team news for you as well. Big Stepper says that Thiago is out. I did see him on the pitch. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not failed a late test here. So I'll go through the team news for you very, very quickly. Alisson, no, he's starting. Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago, Diaz, Mane and Salah. Very strong Liverpool lineup there. Real Madrid, Courtois, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba, Mendy, Modric, Casemiro, Kroos, Valverde, Benzema and Vinicius Jr. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed there, but look, Ancelotti is going to win his 4th Champions League as a manager if he wins tonight, so you can't really criticise anything that he does, but I just think that Camavinga makes such a difference to that team when he comes on. Why would you not just give him a start? Not been massively impressed with Kroos and Modric and Casemiro when I've watched them this season. And I do just wonder why you wouldn't give Camavinga a go in a game like this. But obviously he's decided against doing that. So yeah, very, very interesting indeed. But look, make sure you smash a like on the video. I'm going to do a poll for you in a minute where you can vote who you think is going to win the game. Obviously we've got the potential opportunity of extra time. So we'll see. Somebody said that Thiago may well have been injured in the warm-up. I don't know if that is the case or not, but I can certainly we'll certainly find out soon enough. Anyway, I'm just trying to find out for you, but as things stand, he is in the lineup, so we'll see what happens there. Let me just come back to the live chat. So look, these are always fantastic evenings. Of course, I'd rather it wasn't Liverpool, one of my biggest rivals as a United fan. I'd rather they weren't playing tonight, but they are. But that doesn't mean we can't enjoy it and enjoy what should be a really, really good evening. Can I just say as well, first of all, today's show is sponsored by Spitch. Spitch is a fantasy football manager app that lets you build your own team to win points and take on other managers on the game. Spitch is available on iOS and Android and it's free to download in the UK. Spitch is based around weekly competitions, so you don't have to worry. The season's nearly over. This week it's a big one. It's the Champions League final, and Spitch have given a huge transfer budget of 1,200 credits for you to put together your Champions League team. Still got time to do it. Links in the description, or you can scan on your camera code. I'm sure you know all the superstars on show tonight, but if you need any help, then Spitch has got you covered with its detailed in-app analytics. If you want to download Spitch and get yourself in with a shot of winning some awesome prizes, then scan the QR code and get playing today. Also, make sure you join the United Stand community page on Spitch, as the person who gets the most points in our community page, where you're playing against me and United Stand members, win a £50 voucher to spend on anything on the United Stand store. I've placed the links in the description to download Spitch and also join our community. And if you want to be part of that, then get involved. You must be over 18 to play Spitch, and terms and conditions apply. So get involved in the chat. You've still got 15 minutes to play, and it will just enhance the watch along to see how you're doing with your points. So scan the QR code with Spitch or play through the link in the description. You can win yourself some prizes by picking your team to play in this Champions League game, and you've got 1,200 credits to do it, and you've got 10 minutes to do it. So crack on. Of course, you win points by how they do. See if you can beat Goldbridge. You've got 30 minutes to play now because they're delaying the start. So there you go. The game's not going to start till 8:15. So fantastic. Get involved. Half an hour to play Spitch. Get involved with the fantasy game there, and you can win some prizes. I presume it's been put back because of fans outside the ground. I'd heard quite a lot about issues around kickoff and things like that. Games is delayed due to fans in the stands. So yeah, quite glad that I didn't start at 7:30 then, because I was thinking about doing that, but I was on the United stand before. But look, looking forward to it. Hope you all are as well. The PJ Bottoms are on. If you know, you know. Champions League watch-alongs through the autumn into the spring. We've been here all the way from the start of the season, and we've ended up with two of the most successful teams in European Cup football history. Liverpool against Real Madrid. I've got to say, I'm looking forward to it. Of course, I'm going to go for Madrid. Of course, we will do the traditional poll, who wins. And I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm not going to go for draws, because we're talking about who's going to lift the cup. Is it going to be Liverpool or is it going to be Real Madrid? And I tell you what, as a little bonus, we're probably going to do, because it's a delayed kickoff, we're probably going to do a little That's Football competition debate, either or thing. We've done Player of the Year and everything like that, so I just need a category really. We've done Manager of the Year, I think we've done everything, haven't we? We've done Striker of the Year, I think we did Fullback of the Year, didn't we? I mean, I've had them all written down. Yeah, we did Manager of the Year Klopp, Player of the Year De Bruyne, Striker of the Year was Ronaldo, Keeper was De Gea, Defender was Cancelo. Oh, we could do Midfielder. But we'll take De Bruyne out of it because he won Player of the Year. So let's do 8 candidates. I need 8 players for midfielder. So Midfielder of the Year, just need 8. Or we can do Young Player of the Year at half time. As long as you give me 8 candidates, I don't really care. So yeah, we've got a delayed kickoff here till 8:15. So we're going to do a little bit of a poll, a little bit of a competition. So I quite like the look of the midfield. It's got to be Premier League. We're not going to do Modric because I wouldn't know who's been the best midfielder in La Liga. So we've got to do that that way. Gallagher deserves a shout again. Yeah, I'll do that. So we've got Gallagher, Fabinho, Rodri's been good, Thiago, yeah. So I've got 4. I need another 4 midfielders of the year. Ward-Prowse, good shout. He's had a good season, to be fair. McTominay's not getting in. Declan Rice has been fantastic this season. Yeah, I'd give him a shot. I need 2 more. Bissouma, I think Bissouma has been good. I would chuck Bissouma in, yeah. I feel that we're missing somebody massively. I mean, Thomas Partey was good at Arsenal. Chelsea, I don't think their midfielders have done that well this year. Odegaard's more of an attack number 10. I don't really want I want midfielders, proper number 6 or number 8. Not looking for that. Partey's been good. I feel that we're missing. I mean, Bruno Guimaraes has been great, but he's only been there half a season. Lehmer's there. Højbjerg at Spurs has been very good as well. Gundogan. Bernardo Silva's more of an attacking number 10. Kovacic. Partey. We've got 1 spot. We've got Gallagher, Ward-Prowse, Fabinho, Rice, Rodri, Bissouma, Thiago. Got 1 more spot. Joel Linton's been very good. Phillips was injured too long. Ruben Neves, has he really had a good season? I'm going to put Højbjerg in there because I think that Højbjerg or Bentancur would have been good. So we'll do that in a minute. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We're really close to, I don't know what we're really close to, but I'll tell you in a minute. Don't forget, the game has been cancelled. No, it's not. The game has been delayed by 15 minutes. I absolutely anticipated this. I think we all anticipated this. There's been it's going to be a late night if this goes to extra time and penalties, that's for sure. The match has been delayed due to the late arrival of fans at the stadium. Loud whistles from Real Madrid, and I mean, it's got potential to, hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have crowd trouble, but there has been a lot of fans turning up, and there is a feeling that some people there, journalists and stuff, saying it's that it's quite disturbing. But hopefully, Naby Keita's warming up with the team. Thiago's warming up with the rest of the physio team, but he does start. That's the latest we've got with Thiago. I don't know whether Yeah, but look, we've got an update here from James Ollie from ESPN. He says it's the outer perimeter that's the problem. It is a stadium that has main roads out of Paris and the river at the back, and the issue is there are underpasses where they have decided to check tickets. At the point they are checking tickets, searching for bags and taking alcohol off people, the problem is it takes time, but secondly, there are a lot of people outside without tickets. In an ideal world, you'd want to do stop something to tens of thousands of people without tickets getting to the outer perimeter and chancing their arm. It is tense out there. And that was literally 10 minutes ago. So, unfortunately, I think a lot of people have turned up without tickets. Got any tickets? So, yeah, that's the problem there. Welcome to the Members Club. Jamie and Alex G. Sceptical about De Jong. If he doesn't want to come, that compounds the problem. Players coming for the wrong reasons in the past. Hello Madrid, says Alex G. McTominay, says Connor Martin. So 63% of you currently have voted for Real Madrid to win. Liverpool 37%. I've gone with a Liverpool win 3-1. I'm going 3-1 to Liverpool, but I really, really do hope that that Liverpool do win. So look, we've got 20 minutes to kick off. I propose we do a little bit of a That's Football poll here. We're going to do Premier League Midfielder of the Year as voted for by you. This doesn't include 10s. This doesn't include wingers. We're literally talking about midfield 2s. Holding midfielders, number 8s. And we've got 8 people who will go against each other all the way through to a final. It's always good fun. Passes a bit of time. By the time we've done it, it'll be almost time for the kickoff. But what I can just remind you of, please, Spitch are sponsoring our stream. That's why we've got the QR code. You can scan it. You've got 20 minutes to play. You must be over 18, but it is free to play. It's a fun football fantasy game where you pick your team for the final tonight. You can win prizes. Get involved through the link in the description or by scanning the QR code. It will enhance the watch along. It will enhance your enjoyment of the game. Pick your players that I think are going to score your points. You can win prizes. You can also play directly against me in the United Stand community, which I believe is the link. Yeah, there's 2 links in the chat. Get playing. You've got time to do it. Game is kicking off in 20 minutes, and yeah. You can give it a go and get involved. It will just add to the enjoyment of it. Remember, terms and conditions apply. You must be over 18 and get involved. Right, shall we do midfielder, Premier League Midfielder of the Year as voted for by you, the That's Football community. So I'm just going to start off Premier League Midfielder of the Year. Our first a quarter-final is Conor Gallagher against Goldbridge. No, it's against Ward-Prowse. That's quite a good one. I like that. One of them's going to make the semi-final. Conor Gallagher or James Ward-Prowse in your first quarter-final for Premier League Midfielder of the Year. Let's go. Let's go. Why is my keyboard slow? There we go. I just had to put a tweet out. I'd completely forgotten about it. Completely forgotten about it. Right. Thanks everyone who's playing Spitch, by the way. See if you can beat me. Scan the QR code. Right. Conor Gallagher's gone into an early lead there, which is good to see. And the game has been put back by 15 minutes due to crowd congestion outside the ground. A lot of people turning up without tickets. I just think a lot of people have gone to Paris to enjoy it, and they've probably chanced their arm. I've got to say, I don't like that, personally. I don't like the thought of fans turning up in their thousands without tickets. We saw what happened with Wembley. I don't know. What's the motivation to do it? Like, you know, surely you want to be somewhere you can watch the game. Maybe that's why they're there. Right. Ward-Prowse was a beast. I think Conor Gallagher's going to get it, and I'm not going to knock those people who've gone with him. So fair play there in the chat. You're doing a good job. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 700,000. We're currently on 688,700. So we're only 300 subscribers away. And this game could get kicked back even further. They've just put up an announcement on the TV that the game will kick off delayed by 15 minutes, but they may well delay it further. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, we're 300 subscribers away from 689,000. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. You're all very welcome on That's Football, as you know. We're currently doing midfielder, Premier League midfielder of the year. We've got 8 candidates, and our first quarter-final is Conor Gallagher against James Ward-Prowse. And Conor Gallagher is winning here at the moment. So fair play to him. In fact, he is going up. So yeah, let's probably close that one, because we don't want to be in a position where we're doing this all night. So Conor Gallagher goes through against Ward-Prowse, 59% there. Bye-bye to Ward-Prowse. Our second quarter-final is going to be for Premier League Midfielder of the Year. This is a bloody good one, this is. People will be saying, look at the draw. Look, the winner wins. Doesn't matter. Fabinho against Declan Rice. Who gets your vote for Premier League Midfielder of the Year? There's tear gas being used. Okay. I don't want to be going back to this. It's 2022. It's 2022. We shouldn't be in a position where we're getting lagered up and going to Europe, causing trouble. McTominay, says Connor. Yeah, I'll keep you up to date with what's going on, but look, we're here to watch a football match at the end of the day. We're here to watch a football match. Fabinho's taken an early lead with 55%. So yeah, the game should have kicked off, but we're 15 minutes delayed at the moment. I'm not going to describe it as trouble outside the ground. You can have a pint in the ground. I've just seen some Real Madrid fans with pints, but certainly there is issues with fans getting into the ground. Reported to be a lot of fans have turned up without tickets, and this is why there's a delay for the final. So let's see what happens with that. Why is it delayed for 15 minutes, Declan? That's what I said. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, from Connor Martin. He did just say McTominay, but thank you very much for that. If you want to do that, you can do it through the $sign, and we'll read those out. And Fabinho is winning with 56% at the moment. If that doesn't start to come down, then he's gone up 57%. Right, I'm going to count down from 10. I think Fabinho is going to win this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fabinho knocks out Declan Rice. Not physically, but in our end of year Premier League Midfielder of the Year poll, Fabinho goes through to the semi-final with Conor Gallagher. Our third quarter-final is Rodri. I said Rodri, not Rodri. I've got to spell his name. How do you misspell Rodri 3 times? Rodri against Bissouma. Let's go. Let's go. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Jack Jones says, look at your super chats from before. It's not easy to do that, Jack. I'll try. I'm trying to do a few other things here at the moment, but also you're not the boss, Jack. You don't tell me what to do. Let's have a look. Okay. So, it's a shame because due to capacity at some point they'll need to stop letting people in, tickets or not, to avoid another crushing incident like Hillsborough, and you know there will be trouble afterwards. It's a skin. Well, we don't know that, mate. We don't know that. If you've got a ticket, you should be getting in. Michael, this is Mark. This is That's Football, Channel for All. I don't like the fact there is a derogatory comment about Liverpool fans. It's appalling, says Michael Sutton. And hi Mark, not going to say Liverpool fans deserve tear gas if innocent, but I reckon a lot of fans have turned up without tickets, causing trouble. Alex says it's always Liverpool fans. Does anyone in England actually want Liverpool to win? And do I hope Liverpool win? No. Connor J. Mason Mount deserves to be in that short list, says Vibber. Connor said McTominay. Okay. So yeah, I think people are not happy about Liverpool fans being blamed for the delay, but look, you can only go off the information that's being put out there. Blame the media. The reality is, most of the camera pictures are of Liverpool fans outside, and you know, let's just hope it doesn't lead to anything more sinister or trouble. I don't think there's much more we can say about that in relation to what's going on. And also, I sort of would agree that, you know, there's a lot of fans out there that will have tickets and be legitimately wanting to watch their team in a final. So, you know, let's just see what happens. Mate, thank you very much for subscribing. I love you, Mark, but McTominay, says Connor. We're not putting McTominay in. We're definitely not putting McTominay in. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. By the way, we should have kicked off by now, but there is a delay due to crowd congestion outside. Rodri has destroyed Basuma, 83% of the vote, and I think that's a logical win there. So we can move on to our final, quarter-final. And it's going to be Premier League Midfielder of the Year. What's going on here then? Stop pissing about. I want to do a poll. Our final quarter-final for Premier League Midfielder of the Year. It's a good one. I think I know what's going to happen, but I think Højbjerg's had a great season. It's a bit like Conte against Klopp for me. It's Thiago against Højbjerg. Thiago warming up on his own, his mind games, says Ray. Yeah, I don't think that Thiago won't play. I think he's warming up on his own just to go through a sort of final fitness test, but I do think he'll play. Yeah, Thiago against Højbjerg in our final quarter-final to determine who is the Premier League Midfielder of the Year, as voted by you, the That's Football public. Don't forget, if you want to play Spitch, it's a fantasy game you can play for the final. Pick your fantasy team for the Champions League final and win prizes. You must be over 18 to play. Terms and conditions apply. You can scan the QR code or you can go through the link in the description. The second link in the description will get you to play against me in the United Stand community. See if you can beat me in the final tonight. Pick your team from who's playing. Win prizes if you pick a team that gets the most points. Bit of fun, bit of extra interest in the final. Big shout out to Spitch. Like I say, links are in the description, or you can just scan the QR code. You have got 10 minutes to do it because we're 10 minutes at least from this match starting, with a delay due to fan congestion outside. We probably will be getting another update. I'm not convinced we'll kick off at 8:15 anyway. We will see what happens there. Are you doing a Formula 1 watch-along tomorrow? I'm doing a playoff final watch-along tomorrow, and it will be on this channel. So there you go. I'm just going to move my chair a minute because I just want to have a bit of a stretch. Just while we're waiting for the kickoff to start, the game to start. My back's hurting a bit, so just stretch it out. Go stretch it out. Go stretch it in. Go stretch it out. Well, Liverpool players are in the tunnel and ready to go, so they must have had an indication that they can come out onto the pitch, and players are gathering. So, yeah, I don't think they would be doing that if there's not an indication that they can play, unless they're just coming out for a bit of a warm-up. They'd probably come out in their pit. Wouldn't they come out there? They're not. They're coming out for a warm-up, aren't they? Because if they were coming out properly, they'd come out in their with their red top on, and they've got their training tops on at the moment. Yeah, so they're not coming out. We're not kicking off at 8:15. It's 7 minutes past 8, and Liverpool players are coming out for a little warm-up. So this ain't kicking off at 8:15. Ross, good to get a good stretch in. Thanks, Ross. Thiago's won, by the way, 76% of the vote to Højbjerg. Puts him into the semi-final. So we've got Thiago, Rodri, Fabinho and Gallagher in the semi-finals, which is probably about right in our Premier League Midfielder of the Year. Imagine Roy Keane having a kid called McTominay, or did it already happen, says Connor. Connor's obsessed with Scott McTominay. Welcome to the show, Connor. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. We've got 15,000 watching and the game hasn't even started yet. Please do subscribe to the channel. Bottom right hand corner. We're only 200 away from 689,000. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, if you want to play Spitch, you can do that by the link in the description or by scanning the QR code. Right. Let's have a quick look here. So I'm going to do the next quarter. I'm going to do the first semi-final here. Just passing a bit of a time, but we do like these little games that we play. And Real Madrid now are coming out for a warm-up as well. This game ain't kicking off at 1:15. No chance. Players are coming out for a warm-up. This game's not going to kick off until about... I don't think it will kick off for another half an hour, to be honest. But Gallagher or Fabinho in your semi-final for midfielder of the year. Kick-off is now at 9:30, somebody just said. I don't think that's been confirmed. Stephen Gerrard has said, you hope the police can control it in the right way. You want it to be a positive experience and to be talking about the action on the pitch. You don't want an unsavoury event. The traffic was horrendous on the way. Let's hope everyone gets home safely. It wouldn't surprise me if there were 60 to 80,000 Liverpool fans in Paris. That was from Stephen Gerrard. Massive congestion outside. Phil McNulty with the BBC says it's no surprise the Champions League final kickoff has been delayed. Thousands of fans were in a bottleneck just beyond an underpass when I tried to get near the stadium a couple of hours before, and there was huge build-up at the gates well before the scheduled start of 8 to 9 o'clock local time. The atmosphere was already thick with tension even then because the queue was not moving. Those queues were certainly building up at the entrance. I initially tried to get in well advance of the kickoff. And Alan Shearer says, we hope everything is okay for the players. Their preparation is meticulous to the minute. They have warmed up and their day has been designed for kickoff at a certain time. Now they're back in the dressing room. They don't know how long they have to sit around for a stretch. The delay is not good for the players. They might have to come and do another warm-up, which they actually are right now. Alan, it's almost as if you played football at a high level. Well done, Alan Shearer there. Looks like it's going to be pushed back to 8:30 now. So we've got another 20 minutes. Fabinho has got 62% of the vote at the moment over Conor Gallagher. Get your votes in there. And Lay says, your thoughts on celebrities performing the opening ceremony? I don't have any thoughts on it. Are you going to stay live? Why would I not stay live? And they put it back by an hour. They're putting it back by an hour and 20 minutes. Are you joking? I'm trying to look at my TV here. I think it's 9:30 European time. I don't think they're going to put it back to 10:30 at night in France. That would send the game past midnight. I think it'll be 8:30 UK time, which is 20 minutes time. Yeah, they're not going to put it back by an hour and 20 minutes. It'll be 20 in 20 minutes time. We'll be going live. I was like, someone's like, "Are you going to stay live?" Well, I can't really be asked to stay live for 20 minutes. Of course I can be asked to stay live for 20 minutes. It'll be fine. 8:30 in the UK is 20 minutes time. Anyway, thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe, bottom right hand corner for that. I wonder what Jamie Carragher thinks. At the end of the day, it's about the structure. It's about the players. Those players, they've been eating their pasta. That's rubbish. If you start wrong, you never recover. I apologise. It's all going wrong tonight. But yeah, look, I think Alan Shearer is correct. These players will have meticulously planned for this game, and obviously that makes it really important that they have to come back out again and basically warm up again, which is what you see if you go to a Premier League game. You'll see the players out on the Old Trafford pitch if you're at United, and they'll be training and having a little bit of a kickabout up until about 15 minutes before the match starts, and then they'll quickly go back inside and put their tops on and come back out. I actually don't think this game's going to start at 8:30, to be honest with you, because 8:30 is in 18 minutes time. Maybe they'll just come out, have a little bit of kick of the ball for 5 to 10 minutes, go back inside, get their kit. But even then, you're pushing for it. You're pushing it. I'm just thinking if we can get BBC football reporter Nick Parrott. This is the first time I've been pepper sprayed at a football game. The Liverpool fans are behaving themselves. There you go. Kickoff delayed further. The kickoff has been knocked back to another 15 minutes. The new kickoff time is 8:30 UK time. And obviously Liverpool and Real Madrid players are now back on the pitch warming up. There we go. I can just confirm the teams for you again. Alisson in goal, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson. Henderson, Fabinho and Thiago, although Thiago has been warming up on his own with Keita warming up with the team. He is in the starting lineup. Salah, Mane, Diaz. The benches are big. Milner, Keita, Firmino, Gomez, Oxlade, Chamberlain, Jones, Minamino, Jota, Samiskas, Matip, Kelleher and Elliott. Real Madrid's lineup is Courtois, Carvajal, Militao, Alaba's back, Mendy, Modric, Casemiro and Kroos, Valverde, Benzema and Vinicius Jr. Another big bench for Real Madrid, Nacho, Eden Hazard, Asensio, Marcelo, Lunin, Vasquez, Bale, Ceballos, Rodrigo, Isco, Mariano and Camavinga. The referee is Clement Turpin. There we go. That's where we're at. I think we need to close this semi-final. Fabinho has won it with 62%. Conor Gallagher goes home, which leaves our other semi-final to be Rodri against Thiago. Get your vote in. Midfielder of the year, Premier League. Who will play Fabinho in the final? Will it be Rodri or will it be Thiago? Get your vote in the chat. We've had a super chat come in. Mark, tear gas has been used outside the stadium. This ain't kicking off at 8:30, says Dan. And do you think Mother Teresa had a kid? And his name is McTominay, says Connor. He's I don't know what's going on with Connor tonight. He's having some sort of McTominay meltdown. Rodri's started off really well. And Rodri's not even close. He's getting a lot of votes. Could be a Rodri-Fabinho final. But we have seen people pulled back from 62% before. So, look, it's come down to 61%. Thiago might be coming back here. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please do share the video. We've got over 17,000 watching. The game should have started by now, but it has been put back because of crowd congestion outside, reports of tear gas and pepper spray. It's not the cocktail you want on a Saturday night. I'd rather have a martini or a mojito, but I've just typed in Liverpool versus tear gas. It's obviously on the head. Liverpool versus Real Madrid was what I was typing in. I just want to try and find out something. But yeah, the match is allegedly going to start at 8:30. We will see whether that actually does happen. But ultimately, it's been delayed so far. Delayed start to this game so far. Due to issues outside. What the absolute hell, UEFA? This is the Champions League final, says Mahmood. Organisation has to be on the forefront of match day officials. And as we're delayed, Kenobi thoughts, Mark, says Orange. Well, I don't want to give any spoilers because people might not have watched it. But I quite enjoyed the first episode. I quite enjoyed the second episode. Hopefully it will get a lot better. Because I thought it was okay. And I'm a big fan of Star Wars, but I thought it was okay. There's another thing here from Jim Boardman, which is a tweet. Says UEFA announcement on the screens in the ground blames the late arrival of fans. The fans who have been waiting for hours to get into that stadium. Reports tear gas has been used. It really is time for football was run by instead of dinosaurs who treat fans like animals. And tear gas reportedly used by French police outside. Okay, well there we go. That's as we suspected. Let's see if we get anything else. All right, Mark. Hope you're doing well, mate. Do you think after missing top four that Arsenal can come back next season and make another good effort, or will it be tough for them? I think it's going to be very interesting next season. Beyond Liverpool, Man City, and maybe Chelsea, I think it's going to be very interesting what United, Arsenal, Spurs, Villa, Newcastle do. I think all those 5 teams, they can't all get 4th place. Who has a shiny ahead, Fabinho or John Fury, says Callum Hay. And what the absolute, I've done that from Mahmood. It got me into the right mood. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We're on the road to 690,000 now. We've hit 689,000. Please do subscribe and get involved with That's Football. You're all very welcome. We will be doing some international watch-alongs. England are playing Germany and Italy in the next couple of weeks. We may even do Wales against Scotland if they play each other in the World Cup qualifier. I think that'll be a very interesting one as well. And Nadal is in the house. It's been knocked back to 8:45 now, 9:15 now. People are just chucking in times. We will wait and see. I think it's going to keep getting knocked back, to be honest with you. I cannot see this game starting at 8:30, which is 12 minutes. Paul Salt on Twitter says, is a BBC Radio Merseyside journalist. Disgraceful from the Champions League. Been waiting an hour and a half to get in and no sign of being successful. Gates closed, so no way of gaining entry. We've just been pepper sprayed, yet no sign of crowd disorder where I am. Crowd building up outside. Some people with tickets can't get in the bloody ground. You've got to start to say that it's abysmal. I mean, obviously, people turning up without tickets is not great, but people not getting into the ground who've been waiting with tickets for over an hour and a half, disgrace. Absolute disgrace. And that's where we're at the moment. Gary Lineker says, I'm not sure it's possible to have a more poorly organised event if you tried. And a bit more from Nick Parrott, who's a BBC journalist. I was outside Gate Y, which has been opening and closing repeatedly over the last hour and a half, but nobody's been going through. The security staff on the other side advanced and sprayed pepper spray. I've seen 10 fans trying to climb over fences. Gate Z is open, but there does not seem to be any movement going in. I've never seen this sort of chaos at any match I've been to in a personal capacity. The Liverpool fans are trying to move themselves back from these gates to try and get in, but the authorities seem to be doing nothing. I came to get into the stadium at 7 o'clock. I got through the outer perimeter where there is crushing. I came round in good time, and it was clear that we were not going to get in before 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's not sounding good out there, and my initial reaction is that, you know, forget about club rivalries or blame. These are human beings, and whatever's going on obviously hasn't been organised properly, and the concern is that with a large amount of people outside trying to get in, it's absolutely essential that we don't get in a situation where people are being put into risk of harm. Okay, we've done that one. With all this drama occurring, where is Pogba? Says Toby. Mark, are you doing a watch along for the Championship playoff tomorrow? Yes, I am, Joel. If we can get this game on first. And French police are now looking for Harry Kane as he supposedly entered the stadium and stole the trophy. Says Lars. Okay, I'm sure that's a joke. I think we're meant to laugh at that. French police. Yeah, okay, we've done that one. Why aren't Madrid having the same problem? Scousers are the common denominator, says Demand. Well, we don't know that. Do we know that all Real Madrid fans are in and not struggling to get in? I very much doubt every single Real Madrid fan is in there. In the fullness of time, I'm sure that there will be a report into this because it's an embarrassment for UEFA. But before we start putting the blame onto anybody, let's just make sure that nobody gets harmed. That's the most important thing, health and safety. Let's see what happens. That's all good, Mark, but the most important watch-along is clearly the national playoff final of Grimsby versus Solihull or Chesterfield. I might be going to that. I might go to the Solihull final if they get through to play Grimsby. What a game it was between Grimsby and Wrexham today. No way this happens if they kept the final in Russia, says Tyler. Yeah, no one would bloody turn up. Thanks for all the super chats, by the way. Please do subscribe. You've still got time to play Spitch, by the way, if you want to play. I'll just give you a quick summary of what Spitch is. Spitch is a fantasy football manager app that lets you build your own team to win points and take on other managers on the game. This week is the big one. It's the Champions League final, and Spitch have given a huge transfer budget of 1,200 credits for you to put together your Champions League team. So basically, you can pick your team to play tonight to win prizes. They'll win your points. If you get enough points, you can win prizes. You can play against me in the United Stand community on the second link in the description. If you want to play, got to be over 18, but it is free to play. Terms and conditions apply. And you can do that through the link in the description because this game keeps getting put back. So if you want to play Spitch and pick your team for the final, scan the QR code with your phone or go through the link in the description. You may as well because the game ain't kicking off anytime soon. Carragher is on US TV blaming organisers and bringing up Hillsborough, saying that he doesn't blame Liverpool fans for jumping over gates to get in, says Billy Welsh. Well, look, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not going to start... Hillsborough is a very emotive topic for Liverpool fans. It's probably not the best to have someone like Jamie Carragher talking about this because he's obviously going to be very passionately behind Liverpool fans and probably quite emotional about concerns about barriers and people getting crushed and things like that. I don't think you can criticise him about that. In the fullness of time, we'll get a report on what went wrong here. At the moment, my concern is that that nobody comes to any harm here on a human level. Where the blame's attached, let's get to a conclusion of what's actually going on first. Alex, I'm not going to read that about blaming Liverpool fans. I know it's a fan channel, but there are Liverpool fans in the chat. We're not going to start throwing out things about Heysel and things like that. If City went for a quadruple and then Liverpool could stop them, who would you support, says Tiger? Liverpool. I don't want anyone to break Manchester United. I'm not on the hot water tonight, Ross. I've got a glass of water and I'm going to have another drink in a minute. And do you take this machine to be your lawful wedded midfielder? Of course, says Connor. Connor, you're getting more weird. I'm probably just going to stop reading your chats out in a minute. There is now, I don't know whether this is the opening ceremony. Something's happening on the pitch at the moment. Is this real? Is this happening in real time? It looks like a game of Connect 4. Blue on the ground with red and yellow things. Don't know what's going on there. Check the poll, mate. Rodri has beaten Thiago. So we've got a Rodri versus Thiago final for midfielder of the year. Get your votes in. I'm about to put it out now. Forgot all about it. Premier League midfielder of the year, Rodri versus Fabinho. Now, I must just say, we didn't include number 10s in this because De Bruyne won player of the year. So he would obviously win midfielder of the year. So we didn't include Odegaard's or De Bruyne's. This is 6 and 8s. Rodri versus Fabinho for Premier League midfielder of the year. Get your thing in the vote. Sort your crap out, France, said somebody in the chat. Let me see if I can give you some updates. UEFA's statement's very unfair. The statement that UEFA are using on the screen because of fans arriving late is very unfair, says Chris Sutton. UEFA has just announced that the kickoff will be at 8:36. They're getting more precise. So 8:36 they're going to start this game. 11 minutes, which will make it 36 minutes late. Thiago is now warming up with the starters. Crazy story. Klopp definitely looked like he told him he was not going to start. The delay has changed that and he will now start and Keita will be on the bench. So yeah, 8:36. I think we will be starting at 8:36 now because that's a very, very precise thing. But can I just say, look, That's Football is for everybody to get involved. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And look, there are some very contentious, emotive, historical references when it comes to English fans in Europe. Somebody mentioned Heysel. Obviously, Hillsborough was not Europe. But this is 2022, people. And I hate it when I see rival fans doing gestures of planes against United fans because of what happened to us in '58. And I don't really like the whole, you're tainted with things that happened. 1985 was, 40 years ago? Coming up for 50 years ago. This is a whole new generation of football fan, and Liverpool fans should not be tarred with that brush until we know what's happened. And ultimately, so far, there's no casualties that we're aware about. And a 36-minute delay to the game, I think we can all deal with that. What pisses me off is stories of people who have got there early with tickets and can't get in. Now, who's to blame for that? Is that because there's a load of fans outside with no tickets? Is that because of the organisational from UEFA? We will find out that in the fullness of time. But my thoughts are with the people who've got tickets who can't fucking get in. That's a joke. I know people who've gone there with their kids. It's a Champions League final. There are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds who are Liverpool fans who've probably been took there with their dad. And they're going to be outside in that. That was what worried me. I used to get taken to games in the 80s and it was intimidating. I remember going to Highbury and having a cup of tea chucked over me from a tier above. It was intimidating. And, the great thing about modern football is it's not really like that. So, somebody think about the children. Somebody think about the innocent. And if you bought a ticket and you're going to that game and you're getting stuck outside in that, it's not acceptable. If it's just bloody riot police against people without tickets, then, you know, there's a story there. But it's not that, is it? There's people in there who are being pepper sprayed and stuff by journalists who are saying, no, the journalists aren't doing the pepper spraying. There's journalists in there saying that, you know, people are just being pepper sprayed and they've got tickets. So let's just be careful. I know it's a motive. They're trying to make this like the Super Bowl when it's more like a Thomas Cook animation team show. Yeah, I ain't got a bloody clue what's going on, Joshua Bowwater. On my screen at the moment, I haven't got a clue what's going on. It looks like a game of Connect 4, if you've ever played it. And there's some woman in white who looks like she's been attacked by a tiger. She's got tattered clothes hanging off her. And she's singing a song. I don't know what it is. I reckon it's probably, sounds to me like might be God Save the Queen or something like that. Just by the way she's dancing. But, you know, it is Jubilee weekend next weekend. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and get involved with the channel. You're all very welcome. We are on the road to 700k, and we're currently on 689,000. We're only 500 away from 690. Get involved. You're all welcome on That's Football. Doesn't matter what team you support. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. It looks like Rodro, or it should have been Rodri, is going to win Premier League Midfielder of the Year. Fabinho, Rodri, they've made it all the way to the final. Looks like they are going to win. At half-time, or at some point during the game, we need to do Young Player of the Year. Young Premier League Player of the Year. So I need 8 candidates off you, please. We will cut... What age is Young Player normally done at? Is it below 20? Is it like 21 in the season that you're playing in? As long as you're 21 at some point in that season. So Phil Foden would be classed as it, because he's just turned 22 today. So Foden could be classed as it. Yeah. We might have to do that. Might have to look at that. So yeah, under 23. So yeah, give me 8. And we'll look at that. Apparently they were booing her. They probably want the game to start. Have a look when they do the wide shots of the stadium. You can see the crowds and police outside, says Bramble. Yeah, I'll try and give you some updates as they come in. Yeah, I mean, to be fair to the people who's doing the song, it's quite an emotional time, isn't it? I don't think people are up for it at the moment. An opening ceremony when it's 36 minutes late. Lots of empty seats in the Liverpool section, according to Alan Shearer. Everyone has worked so hard to get here. For everyone with tickets to make it and not be allowed in, no fault of their own. It's a disgrace. There will be trouble. There will be trouble. I'd put you in this situation, right? You've paid money to go to Paris to watch your team in a Champions League final. You're outside and they won't let you in. Have a look when I've done that one. Thank you, Bramble. Hi, Mark. Apparently it's Camilo Cabello and who's Rodro, says Sean Finerty. Family attending say children have been pepper sprayed. Absolute disgraceful, says Mike. And knowing this, his best was only 3.5 seasons. Who do you think was better at their best, Zidane or Ronaldinho? Says DJC. I really did like Ronaldinho, but I think Zidane played in the position that I like the most, which is midfield. Right, Ian Rush and Raul coming out with the European Cup here. Bit of a shambles. Bit of a shamble this so far. Lots of empty seats in the Liverpool area. Real Madrid's end looks absolutely packed. We'll find out in the fullness of time why that's the case. But it won't change my opinion that I think Liverpool are going to win this. I'm going to go 3-1 to Liverpool. Of course, I would love to see Real Madrid win because I'm a Manchester United fan. The players are ready to come out. It's going to be an 8:36 kickoff here. Please share the video, by the way. We've got nearly 20,000 watching. It'd be great to have 20,000 before the game actually starts. And I'm just going to stop and reset. The clock needs to be on 0 and... Is it working? Yes. We'll have that on for you in a minute. Right, let's go back to the chat. We're going to announce Rodri as our midfielder of the year. 10,000 votes. If it stays on 62%, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rodri is your Premier League midfielder of the year. Jack says, Mark, look on Twitter. Children are being pepper sprayed. Disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting, Jack. Thank you for your sensible take on the crowd issues and shutting down people who bring up the past. Organisation should be better, says Nitin. And knowing his best. Yeah. Well, look. I think responsible reporting is important. Obviously, we're a fan community here. We're all fans of different clubs. And I just think it's irresponsible to start going, oh, this game has been delayed because of Liverpool fans. They've done it before in 1985. It's a fact that there are people with kids outside in a packed environment, which is very scary, trying to get in with tickets and they can't. That's not how you deal with these sorts of incidents. And also, it's the Champions League final. It's Liverpool. How many fans turned up for the Europa League final for Rangers? Way more than the tickets. You've got to be prepped for this sort of thing. You've got to think of the worst common denominator. You've got to think, what happens if loads of people turn up and there's people in that crowd who have got tickets, who have got kids? Are we going to start pepper spraying everybody? Are we going to stop letting people in? You know, it's organisational. It's always organisational. Look at what happened with Hillsborough. Liverpool fans got the blame for that. Reports were done and actually ended up being the police's fault, didn't it? So you've got to look at these things and say, let's not start putting blame, because blame can be a dangerous thing. And look, we're all human beings. Unfortunately, some of them support Liverpool. It's always good to bring a bit of banter in. But no, there are kids and innocent people in that crowd. And it's absolutely shocking that they can't get into the game. I'd be absolutely gutted if I took one of my kids to that final. Imagine the joy on their face, the excitement. You know, you're going to go and watch your team in a European Cup final. You'll remember this for the rest of your life. Well, they're probably going to remember it for the rest of their life now because they're not in the bloody ground. It's not good enough. Just seen how empty the Liverpool side is. It's ridiculous, as B. Yakov. It's a bloody disgrace. It is ridiculous, Jack. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think that it's poor. And, you know, why has it not been cancelled? Why has it not been postponed? You know, postpone it to tomorrow. Because they've got sponsors to please. We've got to get the game on. It's absolutely disgusting that people who've paid to be in that ground are not in it. They've basically closed the door. And in the fullness of time, maybe a different story will come out. But you can't be in a situation where people have bought tickets and can't get into the ground. And it's a piss poor reflection on FIFA, I'm afraid. And you know, we're all right. We're all sat at home, 36 minutes, having a chat, doing a poll. But it's not acceptable, is it? And I don't care whether it's Liverpool fans or not. When the Super League happened, we were all football fans. And when these sort of things happen, we're all football fans because we can all be in that situation. We can all be in that situation. It could be Manchester United. The same thing would happen. It could be another club. And, you know, I just feel for those people who have tickets who can't get in. And there clearly are people with tickets who can't get in because there's bloody empty seats there. It's not like Wembley in the Euros final when people would get, you know, there was too many people for tickets. There's not enough people for the seats in there. Anyway, the match is about to start. That's going to be a story that I think is going to go on for a few days. Let's wait and see. Let's go. The match is about to start. It's Liverpool against Real Madrid. Liverpool will be the firm favourites in this game, and we're up and running. UEFA and corruption go hand in hand, says Sparks. The match has started. It doesn't look like the best camera view at the moment. That's another concern. Not loving this camera angle at all. It's way too distant. It's one of them bloody modern pictures, isn't it, where they put the camera in another postcode. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Diaz is starting with Mane and Salah up front. Fully expect Liverpool to win this. They will see United League advanced talks with a few players tomorrow. This is Christian. Okay, if they win it. Yeah, I see what you mean about that. Oh, exotic. Okay, see, you can't see the cucumber because it's green. Look. That's a cucumber going across my face. Mrs. Goldbridge just tried to be exotic with the drink. And the cucumber is green. So it covers up my face. There we go. UEFA turning football into discount NFL, says Jack. And fully expect... Yeah, I've done that one from Christian. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. We just had a message there saying people have paid thousands of pounds for tickets as well. And they can't get in. Liverpool with an early free kick here anyway. I'm sure things about that are going to come out sooner. But we've got a game to play here. I'm just crossing by Liverpool, cleared away. Okay, let's get on with it. They just said the Liverpool end is full, says Stu Turnbull. Well, that's good then, isn't it? Everybody's in, which is good. Not enjoying the camera angle. Got to be absolutely honest. For a Champions League final, it's just, again, it's just money, isn't it? Like, does anybody ever think, like, the camera angle is crap in Paris? Let's not use it. I mean, you can barely see the players. They're having to do loads of close-up shots because it's such a distant shot. Nice ball into Mane, but cleared away by Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid have got to start well in this game, because if Liverpool start well, can Real Madrid really expect to come back from behind 4 times? But you can get a result against Liverpool. I mean, look, Wolves, for 60 minutes, it looked like Wolves was going to get one last week. It does look like the default camera on FIFA. Someone needs to go to the pause menu and put telly broadcast on. Just hit pause. Telly broadcast, please. Some people really like the camera angle. Okay. There you go. Each your own. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Good luck if you're playing Spitch. And thanks everyone who has subscribed. We are on the road to 690,000. We're only 500 away, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're going to do Young Player of the Year at half time, but then again, we might not. We might not. There's a bit of a scandal going on here. There was talk of a lot of empty seats, but to be honest, this camera should be able to tell us, because it feels like the camera's in bloody Bordeaux. It's that far away, but we've not really seen much of the Liverpool side, but apparently it is full. I tell you what, it's been a good first 5 minutes for Real Madrid, though. It's not been as dominant as I thought it would be from Liverpool, which bodes well. If Real Madrid can get on the ball and play a bit of football and, you know, not be pegged back by Liverpool, that is a positive. Liverpool can win a game in more than one way, as we know, but if Real Madrid can assert themselves, then it should make for an interesting final. Can't see who has the ball on the far side, says B. Yakov. And is this the FIFA sim screen? Yeah, I know what you mean there. That's from Billy Welch. Vinicius Jr.'s got it here on the edge. Cruz knocks it out wide. One of the worst Champions League final starts I've ever seen, says Jack. Militao does well, but then gives it away. Wins the second ball. Apparently there's a better camera angle on RTE. I don't know how they've managed to do that. But if you're fortunate enough to get RTE, you can watch it on a better angle, apparently. Nicholas has had to move closer to his TV. I know what you mean. Mine's quite close to me anyway. Someone's filming it on their phone, says Brandon. Liverpool just having a bit of possession here. Fabinho. Yeah, Liverpool will be the firm favourites in this final. I don't think anyone's going to doubt that. Just to let you know as well, the game was meant to kick off at 8 o'clock. It kicked off at 8:36, which means this game will not be finishing until around 20 past 10 tonight now. 8:36, 20 past 9. Yeah. Nice ball into Benzema in the channel. He's all on his own. Nice little flick into Valverde. And he'll pick it up again. He's going to try and run Robertson. Go for the corner, mate. Go for the corner. Tried the cross. Should have knocked it off Robertson and gone for a corner there. Yeah, I said it before the game. Trent's just bringing it forward here. I'm not a big fan of Casemiro, Kroos and Modric anymore. And I really do think that Camavinga brings more energy and tenacity to that midfield. But Ancelotti seems to prefer the experience, which is fine, but it can lead to be, as we've seen against PSG and Chelsea and Man City, it can lead to you having to chase the game. And I just wonder whether Camavinga's starting it. Let's face it, the French were going to fix the cameras and stadium security, they just never got around to it, says Nick P. Somebody just said Mane's injured. He's absolutely fine from what I can see. That racing guy says Camavinga is a super sub. Yeah, what I don't like about this camera angle is that they're zooming in and out all the time. Just you never get that in a proper camera. The zoom in and out is just really annoying. And Mane goes for a reverse pass to Diaz, but it'll go for a goal kick. Think it's a bit of an injustice that Matip didn't start. He's had an outstanding campaign and he's been their best centre-back this year, says Joshua Bowater. I would have started Matip. I agree. I really rate Matip. But he seems to prefer Konate. I mean, nothing wrong with Konate. He's a very good player. Not doing an F1 watch along tomorrow, no, Philip. I will be watching it, but I'm doing a playoff final watch along on this channel if you want to tune in. So, yeah. James Garner on loan from United, playing for Forest. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Liverpool having a bit more of the attack now. Just looking to up the tempo a little bit. Expected them to start well. Nice ball to Mane. Salah over the bar. James wishes he had a telescope to watch it. And backkeeper's got that. Alisson. Sky Sports reporter Cave got tear gassed. I don't like reading stuff like that out though, because people will start going good, which is not, and it's not good. I need to look through a magnifying glass to watch the match, and there are still hundreds of paying fans stuck outside. Disgraceful, says Jack. Well, I don't know. Some people said that all the seats were full, but it's hard to tell, isn't it? Because we're not. It's hard enough to see the players on the pitch. The fans just look like, you know, when you've spilt a load of different colours of paint. I just can't tell. See a lot of red and a lot of white. Louise says it looks pretty full. Yeah, the problem, somebody makes a great point there. Kian says old running tracks should not be stadiums, and that's that. And he's right. Be too far away from the ground. I mean, to be fair, West Ham's a bit like that, but it's better than this. Ball over the top from Liverpool, but Real Madrid are playing a good line here, and I don't think they're going to get caught out with the ball over the top. Liverpool just coming down there, left hand side. But I agree they shouldn't be playing finals in grounds like this. It's like looking through binoculars, but the other way around. God, the thing is, he's right. He's right. Liverpool having a little bit more possession here, but it's been a slow start to a final, and you know, you wonder whether that is down to the preparation for the players as well. 36 minutes late. They'll be aware of things that are going on outside, and yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Mane and Diaz need to wake up, says Jonathan, and Courtois gets that. It's been a bit of a lethargic start, but to be honest, I watched Liverpool play against Wolves, and obviously there was they ended up beating Wolves in the end, but Liverpool are very good at finding a way to win, but I wouldn't say they've been playing amazingly well in the last few weeks. I know they made a lot of changes against Southampton, but look, they're still going to be very strong favourites to win this, but I think Real Madrid will be very happy with the start. It's been quite a, it's not been relentless Liverpool pressure yet. And that obviously gives them a chance. And here's Vinicius Junior down the left-hand side with a bit of space to run into. Lots of Liverpool players back, and he is all on his own. Konate does very well and actually wins the ball off. It tackles him twice. Very strong play by Konate then. Domineering against an outlet player in Vinicius Junior, which is going to be a very, very important outlet for them. And he ends up tackling him twice there. Bullied him off the ball, to be fair. And there we go. The pace definitely needs to pick up. It's been a bit of a slow start, which suits Real Madrid. I think if you're Liverpool, as I said, Liverpool can find a way to win a game, any game, but they'll want to score first. They'll want to score first and force Real Madrid out a little bit, because at the moment Real Madrid very much, we saw it with that Vinicius Junior attack. There was a lot of red shirts around him and not many white, and that's because they're playing a very defensive system, which is effectively a back five at times. The way Valverde is dropping in and Carvajal's tucking in. Vinicius Junior's got license. Here's Trent. Crossed. Great save. Best chance of the game. Trent Alexander-Arnold put a cross in low. Salah got to it. Didn't get much power on it, but it forced Courtois into a save. And Liverpool with another chance in the box here. No. Salah's picked it up. Back into Mane. Diaz shoots. Blocked. Liverpool with a bit of pressure here. Robertson. Retains possession into Thiago. Goes for a shot straight at Courtois. Bit of pressure there from Liverpool. I don't know how close this Salah chance was. That's the Thiago chance. Taylor Hyde says, who do you, in your opinion, are the top 5 players on the pitch tonight? Not in any order. Van Dijk, Benzema, Salah, Mane. Probably Fabinho for me. I was thinking Modric, I was thinking Trent. But yeah, I'd go Fabinho, Van Dijk, Benzema, Salah, Mane. Good question. I thought about Modric, but I'd go Fabinho. I'm a big fan of Fabinho. Modric all day long, says the chat. Well, I was asked. You can put him in there. Liverpool just starting to make things happen. Shot again from Salah. That's 3 shots in the last couple of minutes from Liverpool. They've gone up a gear here. Madrid are almost playing a back 5. It's a weird system that they're playing at times. They're not really set up to get out. Liverpool are getting closer, says Smutty. Young guy says Joe Gomez should start instead of Canate. Canate started off well. What a shit ball that is. Oh no, it worked. It worked. Now Valverde's got a bit of space here. Up against Van Dijk. If he can slip a ball in, Trent will clear it away. Real Madrid definitely set up to hit on the break. Nearly 20 minutes gone. I guarantee this game will go to extra time. 36 minutes late to start. You can guarantee it's... I mean, imagine if it goes to extra time and penalties and Liverpool win. Every trophy they've won will have been on penalties. Must be some sort of record. It's got to happen first. Nice ball into Mane by Henderson. He's in the box. Don't be going near him, he'll go down. Here's Salah. Into Trent. Back to Henderson. He'll whip that. He'll want to whip that. No, he doesn't. Gives it to Mane. Into Salah. Back to Trent. Over the bar. But they are more progressive, Liverpool, here in the last 5 minutes. They need Rodrigo, says Playlist Account. It's interesting you talk about Rodrigo. I felt that there was an opportunity for Ancelotti to play Rodrigo, Vinicius and Benzema as a front 3 for that pace. But it's not going bad for Real Madrid, is it? And knowing he's got Camavinga in the last half an hour if he needs him, knowing he's got Rodrigo as well, it's not a bad situation to start this team as long as you're not losing 2 or 3-0. When you make those subs, they can be really impactful. Madrid are playing for penalties already, says Mark. Who am I supporting in the final? Well, I'm a Manchester United fan, so 100% Real Madrid. This pitch was laid on Thursday, says Dane. Lucky pitch. So just coming up for 20 minutes. Thiago, nice ball into Mane. You sense there's a Liverpool goal coming. Oh, what a save by Courtois. Mane hits the post. That was fantastic play by both. Mane, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a save. Fingertip save. Big save. I don't know how you spell his name. But Liverpool are getting closer and closer here. I literally said you can sense there's a Liverpool goal coming and he hit the post. I think it's safe to say that Liverpool certainly having the better of the game now. The high tempo start that we expected in the first 10 minutes has come in the last 10 minutes here. Are Real sleeping, says Jay? No, I think it's just very typical of Real Madrid in the Champions League this season. They were slow against Chelsea in the first game at the Bernabeu. They were slow against Man City in games. They were slow against PSG. They've typically ended games well. But they are also, excuse me, they are also underdogs. Whether you like it or not, they are the underdogs. They've done it every game, says Reezy, yeah. But I don't think they're tactically... I've got to be honest, I've not been massively impressed with Casemiro, Modric and Kroos this year. I know that arguably the best midfield there's ever been. They won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, but this is 2022 now. And Toni Kroos especially, I don't think he's the player he was. I mean, they're getting him. He's not at it, is he? He's too slow, Toni Kroos. He's... you know, you can see the age catching up with them, I suppose. Sood says he's laughing at me saying Real Madrid are underdogs. I'm laughing at you, mate. I want Real Madrid to win, but if you think they're the favourites, you're an idiot, basically. It doesn't mean that they won't win, and I hope they do win, but there's absolutely no doubt that Real Madrid are the underdogs. They were underdogs against PSG, they were underdogs against Chelsea, and they were underdogs against Man City, so it can happen, and I hope it does happen. But they're definitely the underdogs. I like Camavinga. I would like to see Camavinga start, but you know, I don't watch Real Madrid every week, and many Real Madrid fans feel that he's not ready to start games. He's better off as a impact player. Yash, thank you for the super chat. I didn't say Toni Kroos used to have pace. I'm saying on the ball he just seems very slow compared to what he used to be, which comes with age. I don't think he's the player he was 5 or 6 years ago. And Liverpool are definitely the more energetic side here. No, we're not going to talk about Liverpool and their asthma. We're not talking about anything like that. We're just watching a game of football. If there's anything sinister going on there, I'm sure it'll be uncovered. But it's surely a myth, a conspiracy theory, which we're not going to delve into any further. Nice ball out wide by Toni Kroos there. That's something you don't lose, the ability to hit a pass. Bit of possession for Real Madrid, important that they do have possession, especially after Liverpool having a good period of play. Just take the sting out of that momentum. Keep the ball a little bit. There's Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side. I'd really like to see him getting at Trent a little bit. I think that's where they can have a bit of success. Oh, cross comes in. Alisson picks it out the sky. What's my opinion on Mbappe staying at PSG? I mean, look, it's got nothing to do with me. I'm not a PSG fan. I'm not a Madrid fan. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I cannot understand why he's staying in the French league any longer. I mean, he's played. Remember, he played for Monaco before he went to PSG as well. All his career's been in the French league. I mean, I know you're earning enough money to, you know, feed a nation, but the reality is, you get one life, you get one career, and Real Madrid was the obvious place to go and showcase your talent. I mean, the quality of the French league is just so shit as well. And PSG are, you know, it's like go-kart racing, but they've got a motor. It's like they're going to keep winning that league. I just don't get it. It's money, isn't it? It's pure money. Real are slow and lethargic with or without the ball, says Salah. The game is going the way I thought it would go at the moment. Liverpool far more energetic and progressive, and Real Madrid just not in the groove. But I do think they can get into the groove. I think a lot of it comes down to getting players like Camavinga on the pitch. It gives them more energy in the midfield. They just look a little bit lethargic is the word. But this will do him good. Bit of possession. Lovely ball by Modric. Robertson, what a take. Oh no, he loses it. And Carvajal gets it. And he keeps it. Well done. Modric picks it back up again. Bit of possession for Real Madrid. I mean, we're celebrating possession for Real Madrid here. Bad ball by Toni Kroos. Not having the best of games. Not having the best of games. But still 0-0. 27 minutes gone. Oh, another bad pass. Casemiro that time. Real Madrid's passing needs to definitely improve. You can't give cheap possession away. Ryan says the French league isn't that bad. The rest of the league is really competitive, but you lot won't know that. Mate, you're talking out your arse. That league is not competitive because it's got PSG in it. Doesn't matter whether the rest of your league's competitive. You've got one team in it that's absolutely loaded and has got a bench that's better than any first team outside of it. That's not a competitive league. It's like Bayern Munich's not Bayern Munich. Bundesliga, you may as well call it Bayern Munich. The Bundesliga is not competitive. You've got the same team winning the league for the last 10 years. That's not a competitive league. I'll be happy if Real Madrid can get to half-time 0-0 because I'd fancy them to be better in the second half. That tends to be what they do. Here's Salah into Mane. I mean, I don't think Real Madrid have had a touch in the opposition's box yet. There's a stat for you. Have they had a touch in Liverpool's box yet? Henderson with the cross straight into the keeper's arms. Cool Kid says Madrid like to play slow, then they use their energy during the end. Which is the opposite of how Liverpool like to play. Although, as we've seen this season, Liverpool are capable of playing high energy football for 90 minutes. They don't seem to get tired. Again, another pass by Casemiro that goes astray. But they pick it up. And there's a nice ball in. And, oh, good play by Trent. Vinicius Jr. would have been in one-on-one there. Trent sticks his leg out, stops the through ball. League One is basically EFL League with Man City in it, says Mason Reed. That's not a bad idea, actually. Maybe Championship. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're getting close to 690,000. You're all welcome. We're doing a playoff final tomorrow. Watchalong. I'm going to sneeze again. I'm going to mute this one because I know it. Something's irritated me. That's 2 sneezes in the last 5 minutes. I've had more sneezes than Real Madrid have had shots on goal. Something's obviously got up my nose. Liverpool have been all over Real Madrid when it comes to chances. But obviously it's 0-0. 58% possession for Liverpool, 7 shots to Real Madrid's none, 4 shots on target to Real Madrid's none, and we've had half an hour, so it's not been a great start by Real Madrid in relation to scoring goals. Hasn't Man City won the Premier League 4 times in the last 5 years, says Leonardo. I think you're trying to make out that the Premier League is like the French League, in which case you're talking out your ass as well. They won it by 1 point twice in the last 5 years. But the Premier League is in danger of becoming like that because, again, Man City are very similar to PSG. Loads and loads of money club. Benzema trying to get Vinicius Jr. in there. Didn't work. Bale's on the bench with Hazard. Doubt we'll see him. It's the cucumber mark, says Shub. Yes, it could be the cucumber, actually. Thoughts on Perisic to Tottenham. I like Perisic. I mean, the only thing I would say about Perisic is age. United tried to sign him on Mourinho, and I think he would have been a revelation. I really like Perisic. I just don't know. I can't pretend I've been watching him recently enough to know how good he is. But that would be my only reservation, his age, really. But I think it's a clever move, and obviously he's probably not going to start every game, is he? So, no, I think he's an interesting signing for Spurs. If United hopefully get a final one day, will you live stream it or go to the match? Says what's up? I can't talk about the future, mate. I don't know. Depends what it is. If it was a Champions League final, I'd go. If it's a Carabao Cup or Europa League, probably do a watch-along. Mark, if competitive balance was actually wanted in Europe, then a US-style draft system would be needed. The Patriots won 6 times in 20 years with Brady, and they're considered a dynasty, says Cinnamon. What does Cara think of this game, Mark? When I look at this Real Madrid team, I don't see any structure. I'm looking at those players, and I think they're old. I'm thinking Jurassic Park world. I'm not thinking prime Real Madrid. I think they need to start trying harder. Went a bit too deep for him there. He's a lot higher than that. Here's Trent. Cross. Salah straight at the keeper. They've had the chances. There's been a lot of shots at the keeper. And that header's straight at the keeper as well. They call me Mr. Bombastic. Clearly fantastic. What's on a go? They call me Mr. Bombastic. Jamie Carragher sings the songs. Oh, Caroline. No, I'm not going to do it. We're not at that point. It's a Champions League final. We're not going down the road of crappy impressions. I do sense a Liverpool goal though. Salah does really well. No, he doesn't keep it in. I want to play with the cucumber because it's green. Look at that. Imagine Hazard scoring the winning goal as his first goal this year, says Mon. I don't think he'll come on, mate. I can't see Bale or Hazard coming on. Vinicius Jr. gets the ball into Benzema, into the box. Could be a first shot coming here. Does well. Corner. Ethan, thank you very much. Any charity matches in the world? I always love those, says Cormac. Oh, I don't get asked to do charity matches. I was moaning about this the other day. I'm on Instagram and I follow a lot of people, right? I'm not going to name names. But I've seen them playing at... I've seen influencers playing at Carrow Road, White Hart Lane, Old Trafford. I'm getting old. I haven't got many summers left where I can put a pair of boots on. I don't get invited to play any of these charity games. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Bundesliga isn't competitive because rich owners can't buy clubs, so the richest region of the country has the best club, but German clubs like Dortmund are owned by fans and have a soul, unlike City, says Max. More than one English team can have won the Champions League in recent years. French League have never won it, says Ibrahim. Jamie Carragher is a priest. It's about the prayers. It's about the scripture. It's about the prayers. It's about the scripture. When I turn up on a Sunday morning, I want my congregation to be happy with my performance. "36 minutes. I'll be happy if Real Madrid get to half time here. I mean, they've had no shots on goal at all. From a purist point of view, Liverpool have been the better side, but from a Manchester United point of view, I need Real Madrid to win. Love to see you on Soccer Aid, says anything. Oh, I ain't getting on Soccer Aid. Did you see the... Oh, this was so funny. So Soccer Aid yesterday put a tweet out saying, get in the replies with any celebs you think should play at Soccer Aid. So I'm not a celeb. I'm not a celebrity. That's not why I did it. I just went in the reply and put me. Oh, it had like 5,000-6,000 likes. They saw it because they liked it, but they won't. There's never in a million years would they do it. And I'm not being arrogant, although this is going to come across as arrogant. But if I played Soccer Aid, there'd be a lot of people who watched it, who watch this. You go and get bloody Ollie Murs on it. No one's bloody watching it. So, they picked the wrong people. But I just like playing football, and I haven't got time to play. I would do it, but I won't get asked. But I'll go and play five-a-side. If somebody was playing five-a-side, five-a-side on a Wednesday night in Solihull and asked me to go, I'd turn up every week. I just can't. I haven't got the time to organise it. I haven't got the time to play proper football. But I just love playing football. That's why when you get invited to this sort of stuff, I get really excited about it. 38 minutes gone, and we're talking about Soccer Aid. It just tells you exactly what's going on in this game. I've got to be honest. It's going the way I thought it would. The only surprise is that Liverpool haven't scored. Real Madrid are really struggling to impose themselves in this game at all, and Liverpool are just, I wouldn't say they're toying with them. They've had a few chances, and it just feels at some point the inevitable Liverpool goal will happen, and we'll be stuck in a position where you go, how are Real Madrid going to do anything to come back? It's one of those games, if you're playing for Liverpool, you just feel in control. Yeah, all right, you're not winning, but you do feel in control. Manoir, if he ever rang me up and asked me to do it, I'd do it, but he won't. And can you not do an actual watch-along because the match is being shown on YouTube, similar to Twitch and Amazon? No, Jess. I haven't got the rights to the... I haven't got the rights. Robertson into Mane. Side netting. Yeah, a good point here in the chat from Benjamin. He says, I can't believe Keita was going to start because Thiago's looked really strong so far. Yeah, I'd agree with you about that, mate. I'm just going to have a little bit of a stretch here. Actually, it's gone for a corner for Liverpool. 40 minutes. We're about to hit half-time. I think at half-time we are going to do Young Player of the Year. So give me 8 players under 23 in the Premier League who you want to be involved, because we ain't going to have anything to talk about at half-time. Oh, God. Henderson just smacked it from the edge of the box. Lovely volley. And I was like, is that going in? Lovely technique, but well wide. Sunshine, Gary Neville, says Prajit. Are we doing Jamie Carragher, you scouse prat? We're on Monday Night Football, come on. I've been up since 4 a.m. I'm a workaholic. Give me gin and tonic. The Contrarian, thank you very much for the super chat there. I need 8 players. under the age of 23 for Young Player of the Year. Give me some names. Saka, okay, yeah, we'll put him in. Fine. I presume Conor Gallagher is as well. I don't want to start checking passports. Mount is apparently under 23. Don't know whether he is or not. I need to check. I need to check ages here. A new illusion. You gotta click with your So. We've got Real Madrid. What's happening? Benzema! A goal for Real Madrid! He's offside! He's offside! Oh! I got excited for a moment and he was offside. It was all bouncing around in the box. Ball over the top. He's not offside there. He takes it down. Alisson. Yeah, he's offside from that position, isn't he? He's offside. He's offside. He was offside. Keeper was past him. I need 2 more. I've got 6 for the Young Player of the Year. Got to be 23 or under. Aaron Ramsdale's 24. He can't be a candidate. So I've crossed him off. Why is... mate, we've had enough delays on this bloody final. Why is it taking them 10 minutes to check if he's offside? Fucking miles offside. Are you having a bloody laugh? Are they having a laugh? He's miles off. Why are they taking so long? Absolute joke. Maybe it's on. Oh, Fabinho passes it, not the Real Madrid player. This could be on. This could be on. This could be on. This could be on. Get excited, people. I bet they'll bloody overrule it now. It looked like it was a pass. Canate hits him. No, it's Fabinho. Fabinho passes that. That's got to be a goal. Well, Fabinho doesn't pass it. He tackles it. But surely that's a goal. But the fact that they're taking so long. Oh, I don't know. I don't know here. That's a goal for me. Scalzi. That's a goal, Scalzi. That's a goal. Fabinho. He passes it. It's a goal. Could have killed him. It's got to be a goal. It's got to be a goal, that. Scalzi. Go and have a word with him, Scalzi. I can't understand that. Over, offside. Oh, pick the pips out of that. I haven't got no idea why it can't be a goal. Look, I know Liverpool fans are going to be overjoyed, but they're saying it's offside when he doesn't fucking pass it. How is that not a goal? That is I just don't go. How can you not give that? How can you call that offside? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, remember, we're meant to be living in an era where attacking football gets preferred, and I'm just stunned by that. I thought it was offside because I thought the Real Madrid player makes the pass. He slides into a tackle with Fabinho that hits Fabinho and rolls towards Benzema. I mean, that's not a pass. That should be a goal. That's not a pass. It's a bloody tackle. It's a 50-50 tackle. Mate, I think that's a real shame, but it might spark Real Madrid into life. It is 0-0, remember. Liverpool fans will be massively overjoyed, of course, but for me, I feel that's a goal. We can talk about it at half time. It's a goal, even the commentators know it's a Scarlex. Well, controversial in this final. We've just hit half time. Very intrigued to see what people are thinking in the chat. Let's say offside. Yes or no, get involved in the chat. But at half time, it's 0-0. And we've just had a moment of complete and utter controversy in this game as Benzema scores a goal that they take a long time to look at and then decide was offside. I mean, my initial reaction was, when the goal went in, was that the Real Madrid player had got there ahead of Fabinho and passed it to Benzema, who scored from an offside position. There's no doubt that Benzema is an offside position if he is passed to. But then when VAR was taking so long, and we take a longer look at it, it becomes very clear that it's not a very clear pass. And that's, for me, taking away the Liverpool bias. Obviously, I want Manchester United to win. If the Real Madrid player gets there first and passes it to Benzema, that's absolutely offside. But what actually happens is it's a 50-50 tackle that the Real Madrid player gets a touch on, but Fabinho gets a stronger touch on, knocking it into Benzema's path. That's not offside. That is not offside. There is no intent from the Real Madrid player to pass the ball to Benzema. The ball's going in a completely different direction. Fabinho puts it into the path of Benzema. So I'm sure in the rule book it's like, well, technically when the Real Madrid player touches it, Benzema's in an offside position, but he's not passing it to him. Fabinho gives the ball to him. So, absolutely ridiculous. Or Robertson. Whatever. A Liverpool player sends it towards Benzema, and that should be a goal. But, again, in a big game, well, actually, it doesn't even need to be a big game. We're arguing something that is very unclear. And I suppose, look, the goal's not been given. It's 0-0 at half time. Liverpool had the better chances. Great save by the keeper from Mane, but that's a controversial decision to have in a final. And for me, I don't think they've got that right. I don't think they've got that right at all. But there you go. Mark, I'm a qualified ref and it's offside because Fabinho hasn't intentionally played the ball. I don't know what you mean, mate. I do not know what you mean. So if I'm playing tomorrow morning and I'm a centre-back and there's a forward behind me and I pass it to them, No. You're saying he's not intentionally played the ball to Benzema. I don't get it. I don't get what the point is. So, if Benzema's in an offside position and the ball deflects off mid... But I know what you mean. I know what you say. But there's no intention from the Real Madrid player to pass it to Benzema. It's a tackle where the ball ricochets off a Real Madrid player onto a Liverpool player. There's not an intention to pass that ball to Benzema by that Real Madrid player. He goes in for a 50-50. He gets it first, but the stronger touch is from the Liverpool player who diverts it to Benzema. That's a silly rule. That should be, in my opinion, that should be a goal. It's not been given. If I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be very, very much saying it's a brilliant decision. But as a football fan, that's not really what offside's meant to be about for me. At least we get to see the Scousers. No, we're not reading that. Red Devils. And is Robertson invisible all of a sudden? Says Harris Sheriff. I think you need to know the offside rule. Benzema is offside because you've got to have two players behind Benzema to be onside. Remember, the goalkeeper is always... A lot of people get confused about the offside rule. Benzema is in an offside position if a Real Madrid player passes it to him, because you've got to have two Liverpool players behind him. Now, people will think, well, the goalkeeper is normally always behind a player, so that's one, and then the second player is the other player. In that situation, people are thinking because Benzema's ahead of Robertson, he's onside, but you've got to have two Liverpool players because normally you'd have the goalkeeper there, but he's come out. So there's no doubt that Benzema's in an offside position if the Real Madrid player is passing it to him, but the Real Madrid player doesn't pass it to him. So therefore, I don't think he is offside, but you can guarantee there's a rule or a law somewhere that will back up UEFA that they were desperately trying to put it away. I think ultimately, if that had happened at the other end of the pitch, Liverpool fans would be going mad. And Real Madrid fans would be going, it's offside. It's one of those where basically, if it happens to the team that you want to win, you're going to call injustice. And it happens against, if it goes your way, you're going to say, that's a bit of brilliant... It's why we love football. It's exactly why we love football, because those sort of decisions will be absolutely manipulated and by the fact of what you want to happen. I think Real Madrid should get a goal because I don't support Liverpool. I'm a United fan. Liverpool fans will say it's definitely offside because it benefits them. That's basically what's happening here. And I'm not going to pretend that that's not the case. But the issue is, it's the confusion, lack of clarity, again, from refereeing and VAR. We get it with handball all the time. We get it with red cards all the time. And we're now getting it with offsides quite regularly as well. The interpretation of the law is fine, absolutely fine. But the fact that the biggest consumer, the football fan, doesn't understand these rules is a failing on UEFA again. That rule is just not very clear. Konate wins the tackle and it deflects off Fabinho. It touched two Liverpool players before it reached Benzema, says Tynan. When we look at it again now, I think their distinction was that it wasn't an intentional touch by Fabinho, but I much preferred football before VAR. Ultimately, it has introduced more error because humans have to make more decisions, says B. Yakov. Goalkeeper is ahead of Benzema. That means at least two defenders between Benzema and goal to be onside, but Van Dijk was ahead of Benzema. I hope this clears it up, says Anish. So we're going to see it here. This is being played back now. I'm watching it. Please subscribe to the channel, by the way. Everyone's welcome. We're on the road to 9,000. So, Benzema's in an offside position if the Real Madrid player wins this tackle and passes it to him. I need to see who touches this ball here. Benzema's offside now. No. That Real Madrid player is just trying to win the ball. He's not passing it. The Real Madrid player is trying to shoot. Oh, I don't even get that. I don't even understand that. Konate and Fabinho both touch the ball. I don't get it. I'm even more confused now. I don't get it. I just do not get it. So, the ball comes loose. Benzema's offside. Real Madrid player goes into the tackle with two Liverpool players. He's actually trying to shoot. And they're saying Benzema's offside because of a shot, but he's not interfering with play. He can't be offside just because a Real Madrid player touches it. He's not interfering with play. Real Madrid player comes in. Well, I don't even know if he touches it. That's got to be given. That's got to be given. Look, the ball goes to Benzema because of Fabinho. We're getting into technicalities now. We're talking about Real Madrid player touches it, therefore he's offside. Fuck off. That's not the rule of offside. You can't be offside because somebody took a Real... I'm not offside because a Man United player touches it in the box and I'm offside. I'm not interfering with play. I become active because Fabinho knocks the ball to me. He's in an offside position, but the Real Madrid player touching it, even if it's a little touch, he's not passing it to me. He's trying to shoot. He's trying to win the ball. I'm not active. I become active because Fabinho wins the ball and it comes to me. All this talk about the Real Madrid player touched it when Benzema was offside, that's not been the offside rule for years. I'm not interfering with play. We've seen people stood in offside positions when shots take place and it's still a goal because they're not interfering with play. The only reason Benzema becomes active is because Fabinho tackles the ball and it ends up with Benzema. It's a clear goal for me. Clear goal for me. I might be completely wrong, in which case I'll do a rare thing and say I apologise to Liverpool fans who I'm winding up, but as a football fan, that makes no sense to me and that never should be the rule because you're basically saying Benzema's offside because he stood offside. But he's not interfering with play. He only becomes active because of Fabinho, who is not a Real Madrid player. So, to me, that doesn't make sense that you put Benzema offside because the ball goes to him from a Liverpool player. But it's 0-0. It's 0-0. But, yeah. Somebody said here that offside because Valverde got a touch, then the deflection of the Liverpool player. When Valverde gets the touch, Benzema is offside. That's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. You are going back to offsides of 10 years ago. It doesn't matter whether the Real Madrid player touches it and Benzema's offside. Why do we have the rule you're not active? The Real Madrid player doesn't make Benzema offside. If that Real Madrid player had got there and scored, it would have been a goal. And that's my problem. People are going, the Real Madrid player touches the ball, so Benzema's offside. If the Real Madrid player had got there a little bit sooner and scored, Benzema's not offside. If the Real Madrid player gets there first and passes it to Benzema, it's offside. But the Real Madrid player gets there a little bit first, does nothing with the direction of the ball, Fabinho wins it, and it goes to Benzema. That's, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to Liverpool fans more. My confusion with this is if Valverde gets there and scores, Benzema's in an offside position, but he's not active. So the goal gets given. So why, when Valverde gets a little touch, not trying to pass it to Benzema, and Fabinho slides it through to Benzema, why is he offside? People are trying to say it's because Valverde got a little touch when Benzema was offside. But if he'd scored, Benzema's not active. And he's not trying to pass it to Benzema. So why does Benzema become active? Benzema becomes active because he scores from Fabinho's tackle. That should be a goal. I don't understand it at all. But look, Liverpool were the better team in that half. And, I'm confused. I'm really confused about that. And ultimately, 67% said it should have been a goal. 33% said it shouldn't have been a goal. I think it's absolutely clear that it's a debatable one. I'm sure the rule book says it's probably offside. Get a new rule book. Get a new rule book. All the pundits on BN Sports saying it's not offside. Valverde doesn't touch it. I mean, Iram, even if he does touch it, I don't think it should be offside. I'm only giving you my opinion. It's got nothing to do with bias. I think it's irrelevant if Valverde touches it, and I think it looks like he does touch it. I'll put my hand up and say I think he does. I think he touches it a little bit. And then Fabinho and Konate get a touch and knock it to Benzema. But my point is, we've had this for at least the last 10 years where I can be up front for Arsenal, and as long as I'm not in the goalkeeper's sight, Saka can shoot, I can be offside and the goal's given because I'm not interfering. It seems to me like this rule tonight is about, well, he's in an offside position. No, I'm not active. I become active because Fabinho gets the ball to me, not a Real Madrid player. Thank you very much for that. First Liverpool player won the 50-50, then the second Liverpool player intercepted it and accidentally sent it to Benmar. It's a goal, says Anvil. Peter Walton on BT says it's because Fabinho doesn't deliberately play the ball, it gets played against him. Gets played against him by a Liverpool player though, Jamie. I don't get that. I don't get that. I thought it's not offside as well, but when attacker takes a shot and deflects off defender to another attacker who is offside, it's considered offside, says Savish. But he doesn't really get a shot, does he? That's what I mean. I think Fabinho makes a clean tackle. It's not a block. The new rule is, here we go, this might be good. Yaya says, the new rule is it actually is offside. It says it's an offside. Attacker re-enters the field from goal line, they're offside. If they become involved in play before the next stoppage in play, that one doesn't make any sense to me at all. I want it to be a goal. Peter Walton just said, because the pass wasn't an intentional kick, then that's why it's offside. Well, that's a stupid rule then, Jamie. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not correct, but it's a stupid rule. That's a stupid rule. A really stupid rule. Sean, nothing to do with Valverde. Fabinho did not knowingly or intentionally play the ball, so Benzema is offside. Been explained on BT Sport, says Sean. Stupid. Stupid rule. Remember the Giroud bicycle kick goal? The Atletico Madrid player touched the ball, so it stood as a goal. No consistency, says UK. It's just a stupid rule. I mean, look, I stand corrected, said the man in the orthopaedic shoe. It's a stupid rule. And if that is the rule, I've got no doubt that's the reason it's not been given. But in practice, that is a stupid rule. And it is there, as you can see. Canadian coders again. Thank you everyone for watching, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I think, to be honest with you, there's probably one or two Liverpool fans, if they're honest, who haven't got a bloody clue why it was offside either. They'll know now. They'll know now. But what makes me laugh the most is that there will be Liverpool fans going, it's offside, and knowing exactly not having a bloody clue why. And that's my point. That's football. It's not United stand. It's not United stand. That's football. This is for everybody to get involved in. And I'll be honest, if Liverpool had scored that goal, I'd be going, it's offside. But in my head, I'd be going, I've got no idea why it's offside. And that's the problem. The rules, as football fans, when they're confusing, they're not good rules. And I guarantee there will have been a lot of Liverpool fans going, yeah, it's offside, but they wouldn't have a bloody clue why. And you're right, it is offside now that rule's been explained to me. But it's a silly rule. Anyway, it's 0-0. It could have been 1-0 to Liverpool. I think they were the better team in that half. Can someone explain to me why the Liverpool player would deliberately pass the ball to a real player? Well, Glenn, yeah. I don't know. I mean, my first thought on that is, right, I'm playing centre-back for United and Mo Salah's offside, but I don't know he's there. And I don't know. Is it the pass that's got to be intentional? Because I'm never going to intentionally pass it to Mo Salah anyway. It's always going to be unintentional. So if I'm playing centre-back for United and I want to pass the ball forward to Luke Shaw and I unintentionally miskick it and it goes to Salah who's offside, he's not offside. Look, I don't know. What's in... I used to work in crime. Intent is a very difficult thing to prove. So, I don't know. I imagine in those circumstances it wouldn't be offside. But I think we're talking about deflections and ricochets, aren't we, really? But it's a weird one. And let's just see if we can get a proper goal in this second half. Because we're up and running. We are 7 seconds in. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Surely when you tackle for the ball, you're making a deliberate act to win the ball. Yeah, psychic, I agree with you. Anyway, we move on. It's gone now, and we've got 45 minutes to get a real goal. Let's see if Real Madrid can do better, because apart from that one moment, I don't think they'd had a shot on goal, so they need to do a lot better in this second half, and Liverpool were the better team in the first half. Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. You're all very welcome on the channel, and I hope that you'll tune in tomorrow afternoon for the what is it called, the world's most expensive game, because it's the playoff final, and we're doing a watch along for that tomorrow afternoon. Looking forward to it. James Garner playing for Manchester United on loan at Nottingham Forest tomorrow, so looking forward to that, and I can't wait to see who will be joining everybody in the Premier League. Could be Huddersfield as well. Shout out for Huddersfield. Could be Huddersfield. Computer's getting on my tits here. Salah, good tackle, comes back to Trent. Good cross, that's a goal. Oh, I thought it was going to be a goal. It was a good cross by Trent, but Diaz couldn't get his head on it. This is why they need to explain the decision or have earpiece that we can hear, says Amy Harriott official. Exactly. Great point. Imagine if it really was Amy Harriott official. I used to love Ready Steady Cook. Please do subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner, you're all very welcome on That's Football. We have good debates. I noticed on United Stand you had Bethbridge on the thumbnails. You tapping skin. Shut up. You're just absolute twat, mate. Is South Korea Germany first goal World Cup 2018 a good example as why it's not offside, says Genwell? I don't know. Shiny Faces, I like the way Peter Walton said it's simple, yet they took 4 minutes to figure it out. Yeah, because Peter Walton's had about 10 minutes to look through his bloody rule book, hasn't he? Definitely. Benzema. Real Madrid need to get more numbers forward. They are playing quite defensive here. They're looking for a smash and grab. That's a lovely ball out wide. Oh no, Diaz has got it. UEFA and French police are a disgrace, says Jack. Yeah, I think we'll learn a lot more about what's gone on. I mean, we've still not really seen the Liverpool side. There's a lot of empty seats there. That could be corporate. I think that's corporate, isn't it? Yeah, there doesn't look like there's loads of empty seats on the Liverpool side, but there is a lot there, but I think that's probably all corporate. Are the seats, what colour are the seats at this ground? Are they blue? They look white. Nice ball over the top. Salah, where's the keeper? Keeper needs to come for that. Yeah, there doesn't look like there's many empty seats in that Liverpool end. Mane is very strong there. Casemiro wants a foul. He's not going to get it. Good tackle. Modric now does well. Taken by Benzema. Oh, here we go. Could get away. Casemiro. It's got to be a foul. It's got to be a foul. Should be booking him there, ref. Yeah, I'm not sure there's that many empty seats in there. But I'm sure it'll all come out in the wash. What happened? Doesn't sound great, does it? Needs to get Rodrigo and Camavinga on. Up the tempo. But does he will Ancelotti up the tempo at 0-0? We have seen Real Madrid up the tempo, but that's because they're chasing the game. Will he up the tempo at 0-0? Whether Valverde was shooting, passing is irrelevant. Benzema is offside after the ball touched Valverde because Fabinho's touch is deemed a reflection according to the UEFA rules. Says Biakov. I think it's probably a new rule anyway. It's over now. There's no point talking about it. If Liverpool go on and win in the second half, I'm not going to be moaning about that goal. It's 0-0. you move on. You move on. The fact that the acid test for me is when that happens, how many football fans knew it was offside? How many Liverpool fans knew why it was offside? How many of us knew why it was offside? The vast majority didn't. It's a bad rule. Football should be simple. It's a simple game. And when they're making up... One of my biggest bugbears about football these days is when there's a handball in the box, I generally just go, let's wait and see. Because I've seen the most blatant handball that I presume is a handball not be given. And then I've seen ones that I think probably aren't going to be a handball given. So, you know, that's the sad thing about football is the confusion it generates. But that's a shit ball. Casemiro's playing shit as well. Actually, it's a good ball. I look right at it now. It was a very good ball. It was one of them passes where it looked like it was going to be a bad ball, but actually it was perfect. Look at the intensity of Liverpool, though. I'll never understand how they can be this fit compared to everybody else. They're so fit. They're just so intense. How can you get a team to be fitter than everybody else like that? Klopp's a bloody genius. This is high-end professional football, and his team is faster and more intense than everybody they play. It's unbelievable what he's done. And he hasn't needed a checkbook to do it. They will run and run and run and run. Look at that lovely ball out by Van Dijk, and they're on the attack straight away. It's a lovely ball into Diaz as well. Two passes from Mane, from Van Dijk to Mane, and now it's Diaz into the box. He's got a ball on the edge of the box. Mane, good block. Second ball, Trent Alexander-Arnold shoots, block, good block. Casemiro pushed off the ball by Trent. You see the energy to win the ball back. They're just so much... You know what? No wonder these conspiracy theories start about why Liverpool do it. Because at times it's men against boys. They're just so much more energetic. So much more intensity. And it's not just Real Madrid. It's everybody they play. I saw them play against Spurs. They'd played 3 days before. Spurs had a week off. And for 90 minutes it's just bang, bang, bang. Klopp I'm not read that about steroids. Come on, you can put a super chat in, but you know when you put a super chat in, you do leave your details. You can get bloody sued for saying stuff like that. They are like robots. I mean, less of the bloody steroids and asthma chat. I actually think I wouldn't be surprised if Salah banged his leg and instead of a cut it's metal. They're probably all wearing synthetic skin and robots. They are. I mean, I praise it. I've never seen a team play with this intensity, and they've played every single game possible. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. You know, you've got to. In the absence of anything else, it's amazing. Real Madrid players just gone down here. That's why I went a bit quiet. Evening, Mark. Just wanted to let you know that you're a great watch, says JB. Paolo's talking about a substance used for asthma. I mean, look, I'm not going to do a discussion about that. Funnily enough, when I went on Talk Sport, we were talking about it before we went on, and we were just basically saying that you can't have a discussion about it because it's a complete and utter conspiracy theory. You know, basically people are talking about enhancement stuff, aren't they? Which is libelous and also not been proven. So if you think Liverpool are doing something they shouldn't be doing, that's not for me or you to say that. That's for the authorities to look into it. And in the absence of that, look, I'm not even a Liverpool fan. I'd be disgusted and I'd be really disappointed because I personally think Klopp's better than Pep, and I think what he's done at Liverpool without a checkbook has been amazing. I think the football they play is amazing. And I'd much rather believe that he's just a great coach who gets his players playing with such intensity and passion week in, week out. That's the easiest story to believe because that's the story we get dished up. I think conspiracy theories and that can, you know, people believe all sorts of conspiracy theories. I mean, I think these things are actually happening because there's a hint of jealousy, isn't there? Why doesn't my team play like this? Why can't my team play like this with this energy? I mean, I certainly think about it with United. We didn't play one game like this last season. They're doing it all the bloody time. That's not a handball. Salah wanted a handball, not a chance. Wow, I mean, it's been a funny old game, hasn't it? Half an hour to go, and it's been a. It might be a one goal. It might be a one goal final. It could easily be an extra time final as well. Let's be honest. Mohammed says it's the strict nutrition diet during the season, but surely everybody does that. Goal! That's a 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 goal! It's Vinicius Jr. and it's Trent Alexander-Arnold who's gone to sleep on the back post. Now there could be a hint of offside here because it looks offside, but I think the ball travels so fast that this time it will be a goal. Goal Madrid. Goal Madrid. I don't think they're praying about an offside. I think it genuinely is a goal for Madrid here. Klopp's certainly reacting like it is. Let's just watch this back and make sure. It's on the right-hand side. It's with Carvajal. Oh. It's not as close. There might be a hint of offside in this. It might be one of those. I think he looked. It depends on the line. I think he looked a little bit offside there. I wanted Carvajal to put that cross in a little bit earlier. We might be going to VAR. It's close. Has he given it? He's giving it! He's giving it! He's giving it! 1-0 to Madrid. Game on now. It's game on now. Well, we're not going to see a more progressive Real Madrid now. We're going to see a more defensive Real Madrid. 1-0 to Real Madrid here. Liverpool, not a mountain to climb, but the first goal was always going to be important. And it's gone to Real Madrid with half an hour to go. I said it might be a one-goal final. I can't imagine a game where Liverpool doesn't score. But I said it on my preview I said it on the preview on this channel. Real Madrid's big chance is surely going to be that Vinicius Jr. versus Trent thing. And people would think, well, that's about one-on-ones. Can Vinicius Jr. run at Trent? But if any Liverpool fans will tell you this, one of Trent's weaknesses is he sometimes switches off on a cross. And he switched off there. And it's 1-0 to Real Madrid. No doubt he's a world-class player going forward, but He's switched off on the back post. He has switched off. And it sets up a really exciting second half now. Liverpool will be used to this. They'll be experienced. They know. They'll back themselves to score at some point. But Real Madrid just got to keep doing what they're doing. Well done. Oh, Fabinho. He's going to book him for that. Yellow card. Goes back. Late on Valverde. Fabinho. Vinicius better than Mbappe, says Nate. That's a yellow card. Definite yellow card. Good decision by the referee, who's let a lot. I think that's the first yellow card of the night, to be honest. He could have. He's let this final go. What do you do if you're Liverpool? You've got Jota. Not a lot. I'm just having a look here. There's not a lot on the Liverpool bench that's game-changing. I mean, look, Klopp's the master at bringing people on and making a change. And Jota has certainly been impactful in the past. But, you know, he's gone with his strongest team, hasn't he? You know, any substitution he makes with people like Keita or Jones or Jota or Firmino, they're not, you know, it's not like he's got a superstar on the bench. He's gone with his strongest 11. And at the moment, it's not worked. Could chuck Origi on, says Diana. Ref's been good, says NK. Yeah, you can't blame him for the offside decision. Yeah, we won't be talking about that offside decision now. It's Madrid have got the goal, haven't they? And Liverpool just need to settle a bit here. Not really had a clear-cut chance. I know Mane hit the post. Madrid just need to keep their shape. They've kept their shape really well. When they're 1-0, they need to keep their shape. Do not leave spaces. Salah, he might hit that. Great save by Courtois again. It was going in, obviously, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Good play by Salah. Valverde, what a player, says Pablo. Yeah, I think Valverde is one of those players that, you know, obviously, unless you're watching La Liga week in, week out, you know, you're very much reliant on what they do in the Champions League. But certainly a talent. I like Carvajal at right back, you know. I think he's a steady right back. I'm not saying he'd do well in the Premier League, but he always... he's a shift player, isn't he? He reminds me of Azpilicueta. He's that sort of a player where, you know, probably doesn't get the credit he deserves for the talent, but he definitely puts in a shift. Salah wants a free kick and he gets it. Courtois has made some good saves. 2 good saves, one from Salah, one from Mane. And it was Carvajal's cross shot that obviously led to the goal. I still think we're looking at extra time. Man of the match so far, says Xander. Jota's coming on, and it's Diaz going off. It's an interesting substitution there, but you've got to do it, haven't you? You know, if you want Jota on, you've got to take one of your front 3 off. And you know, one thing I'd say about Jota and his development under Klopp is his ability to get on the end of crosses. You know, he's more of a number 9 than any of them, really, isn't he? Unless you're going to chuck Firmino or Origi on. So Mane will go back to the left and Jota through the middle. But this is a good opportunity to whip a cross in. Trent's on it, and Liverpool have been... I mean, how many goals have Liverpool scored from corners and crosses in the last few weeks? Bloody loads. Watch out for Konate. It's a good cross. Headed away. It's surprising that you say Liverpool can win matches in any way when Madrid have done it for a decade, and it's showing again, says Maximus. Hey, mate, I'm not here to dismiss Real Madrid this season. I was in a group chat tonight, and we were predicting the results, and 2 of us went 3-1. And I said, look, I'd love Real Madrid to win because I'm a Man United fan. I never want Liverpool to win. And but what a story it would be for Real Madrid. And I don't think we're there yet, but if Real Madrid did win this tournament, and Benzema would surely get the Ballon d'Or, which I think he deserves, and nobody could argue this Real Madrid team. There's ways of winning a tournament, and I don't think Real Madrid would win this tournament because they were everybody's pick to win it. I think they'd win it because they deserve it. And the way that they've won it is they've basically been the underdog in every knockout game. PSG, they were the underdog and they deserved to win. Chelsea, especially in the Bernabeu, when they conceded 3 goals, they're the underdog. And Modric pulls out one of the best assists I've seen. And Man City, they're the underdog and they win. Like, they've almost been, and they are the underdog here. I know some Real Madrid fans won't like it because they're Real Madrid and they always want to be the favourite. But I think they've been, they've been under the, if you don't like the word underdog, they've been in trouble in every round and they've found a way back. And I love that sort of Rocky Balboa sort of thing where, Rocky was the world champion. I know he's a make-up person, but Rocky always found a way to win, didn't he? But he always felt like the odds were against him. And I feel that Real Madrid have been a bit Rocky Balboa this year. They've got the talent and they're capable of doing it and you can't write them off. But there's still 25 minutes to go here. And it's another corner. And Liverpool from corners are good. What do you think about the rumours that are gaining traction regarding Kane to Liverpool? Ian, I think he'd be a good player for Liverpool, Ian. I couldn't knock Harry Kane for doing it either. I think staying at Spurs under Conte is a good idea, but Liverpool with Kane, I wouldn't mind seeing it. Haaland at Man City, Kane at Liverpool, be interesting to watch and see. Another corner for Liverpool. Be a lot of money for Liverpool though. Not sure Liverpool could pay 100 million. Mark, we always big up the EPL, but Madrid are in a way to knocking out the 3 top sides. Hey, Avish, I think the Premier League's better than La Liga, but I'm more than happy to admit I'm wrong. If Real Madrid can win this, they've been bloody superb. Oh, what a save by Courtois again! It looked like it was going to drop to Salah for a tap in. I'd love to see the replay because I think he did get the tap in, and I think Courtois makes a save again. Madrid need to be alive here. They need to be alive for the break because lovely play by Valverde. Can he whip it? Can you whip it? He can whip it. Canate is going to get there though. I need to see that Salah chance again. I'm sure Salah gets a touch and I'm sure it's going in. Exciting end to this game. Well, I say end, 20 minutes to go. Courtois man of the match so far, says Scarlex. He's been fantastic. Salah looks like he's finding ways of just finding his way through. Look at Carvajal again. He's going to make the run. Oh, look, I tell you what, he's been brilliant as well. Carvajal's been brilliant for Real Madrid. Keeper's been brilliant as well. And then he plays a shit pass. I've jinxed him. I heard Kane was signing a new deal. Says, come on, I think Kane will stay at Spurs. I do think Kane will stay at Spurs because I don't see how Liverpool could afford it, really. That's not a good cross by Trent. That'll go for a goal kick. Don't jinx it, Mark, says Emil. No, I'm not going to jinx it. I think it's going to go to extra time. I think Liverpool will find a way to score. There you go. You'll like that. You'll like that. Statistically, possession is now around 50-50, but Liverpool have had 15 shots to Real Madrid's 3. If you like your stats. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. If you're enjoying the channel, bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. I'm doing the playoff final tomorrow at 4:30, so you're very welcome to tune in for that. Whatever happens in these next few minutes, we're going to get some excitement. If Real Madrid could get the second goal, you'd feel that's it. The way BT Sports set up the Champions League final was as if Liverpool had already won it. Let's hope this scoreline stays the same, says Unilinks. Here's Vinicius Jr. up against Canate. He's going to... Oh, good tackle again by Canate. He's done very well, Canate. strong. Modric. You just wonder what Klopp's going to do next. That's a foul. That's a foul. Yeah, you wonder what Klopp's going to do next. Please never compare this Liverpool team to Barcelona, says Leonardo. Who did? What Barcelona team are you comparing it to as well? Last time I checked, Barcelona got knocked out of the Europa League. Courtois has been amazing today. Can't deny it. He's been brilliant. He's made 3 really good saves. And they didn't even show the replay of the bloody Salah thing. H plays. Nice ball into Vinicius Jr. Ooh, why did he head it? Lots of love for Casemiro in the chat. Pep's Barcelona. Well, it's funny, I was reading a book the other month about that, and Sir Alex Ferguson was talking about the Barcelona team back in 2011 that beat us at Wembley. And was Pep in charge then? I forget. It was a horrible night. I always forget what the era of Pep was at Barcelona, but I think he was in charge in 2011 for the Champions League final. I don't think he was in charge for 08 when they beat us in Rome, but not really. They didn't beat us in Rome. We beat Chelsea in 08 and 09. They beat us in Rome, and Sir Alex Ferguson basically said that, you know, there's nothing wrong with my team. This Barcelona team is just a great team. There's nothing wrong in saying that they're better than us. So I do think that it doesn't matter what I or you say. Sir Alex Ferguson's one of the greatest managers that's ever lived, and he said that Barcelona side in 11 was just unbelievable. So, what was the Pep era at Barcelona then? Oh, here's Liverpool. Get rid of it. They'll dive. Thiago, Henderson, Trent. We tried a cross. They're camped out on the edge of the box here, Liverpool. 08-12. Cross came in. Jota, I thought, was going to convert it, but it went wide. 08-12. So he was there for both, yeah. Yeah, they played a false 9 with Messi, didn't they, in the final at Wembley, and we couldn't lay a glove on them. Rooney scored a good goal, but yeah, we couldn't lay a glove on them at Wembley. They were brilliant, and I actually remember at that time thinking that Barcelona team's going to dominate for years and years and years. Yeah. Bloody Rio got out jumped by Messi on a cross, didn't he? That was the one. That was in Rome. That was the Rome one. That was the one where we should have won. We had an early chance. I think it was Ronaldo, and then they went 1-0 up and we couldn't get the ball off them. How do you think Spurs window will go with 150 million? Says COYS. I don't know. Look, you know, as a United fan, I'm very focused on Manchester United's transfer window. But on the other hand, as a football fan in general, I'm very intrigued to see what Spurs and Newcastle and Villa and everybody else do, to be honest with you. Yeah. Who's your GOAT? You know what? I find it. I mean, it's a personal thing, but I find the whole Messi Ronaldo thing quite immature. I love Ronaldo. I'm more biased towards Ronaldo because he played for Man United. He still does play for United, and I've you know, followed his career from the start. Whereas Messi's always felt a bit distant because he spent most of his career in Barcelona. But look, I think we're starting to see it now. They're not the players they were 3 or 4 years ago or 10 years ago, and we're already seeing the sad thing, which is that when they're retired, we'll fully appreciate the genius of these two players, because for years and years they were on a different planet. Like people, you can talk about Neymar, you can talk about Salah, you can talk about Mbappe, but they're not nowhere near the same as Messi, Ronaldo in their prime. They were just godlike players. So, you know, I subscribe to the view that Messi and Ronaldo shouldn't be split because they're just absolute gods of the game. And I just think Messi or Ronaldo sort of plays down the one that you don't go. If I go, yeah, Ronaldo, it makes it out like Messi's not as good. And I just think in their own way, I'd love to have seen them both play in the same team. I think there was a way that would have been a challenge. But I think both players are fantastic. I prefer Ronaldo because I've got more of a relationship because he played with United. But I mean, Messi, when he was getting the ball, his low centre of gravity, amazing player. It'd be awesome to see Ten Hag getting Man United back to this level, says Connor. Hey, mate, let's not jump before we can walk. Still 15 minutes to go. Still time for Liverpool. Keita's on now. Obviously, Thiago was always going to come off. And Firmino is on now. I think Henderson's come off. So it's a more attacking Liverpool, playing a 4-2-4 effectively. Keita and Fabinho, the engines. He needs a goal. You've got to be desperate. And look, I remember doing a video about Liverpool and Klopp years ago. And I said, all these late winners they're getting, it reminds me of a certain Sir Alex Ferguson at United where he'll play caution to the wind. Could we get another Nou Camp style thing where he's got 4 attackers on and they get 2 late goals? It could be one of those nights for Liverpool because they're pushing men forward. Here's Trent. There's the cross. Great block. Whoever blocked that, I think it was Militao. Oh, he's going to send him off. He's going to send him off, surely. Or is he going to book Vinicius Jr.? No. Oh, I tell you what. Vinicius Jr. went down there and it was Fabinho on the tackle. Here's Firmino. It would have been a sending off for Fabinho, but he called the dive by Vinicius Jr., which I think Vinicius Jr. put his hand up to. Heart in the mouth moment for Liverpool there, because that would have been night-night to Fabinho. Dog says it's a red. I don't think it was. I think Vinicius Jr. acknowledged the fact that he dived. Maybe it should have been yellow the other way around. They're rolling the dice, Liverpool, anyway. And why wouldn't you? It's a Champions League final. Oh, I tell you what, they were close there. It's another corner. Or is he given an offside? He's given an offside. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. We're nearly at 690,000. I think Militao wants to come off. Just under 10 minutes, just over 10 minutes to go here. Comes out to Salah. You do feel that Liverpool will get a big chance at some point. They've got so many players on the attack. And Courtois punches it out. But maybe that was offside. Is he given a corner? He has given a corner. No, he was onside. Jota goes for a corner. Liverpool are good at corners. And they've had a few. We've seen Canate in recent weeks. We know Van Dijk can do it. They've not had a clean go at a header yet. Real Madrid have defended them well. He's gone with a short one. Well played Carvajal again and again. Very strong by Keita. And I don't know what's going on here. 4-2-4 works. Just ask Twitch menu if I know, says Billy Welch. Liverpool getting a bit tetchy here. Still time, still time. Man of the match so far for me is Carvajal at right back or the keeper for Real Madrid. Easily for me. Oh, there's the cut back. Keita, what's he doing? What a chance. Well, I say not what a chance. It was right on the edge of the box. In a Champions League final, unmarked, edge of the box, and one of the worst shots you'll ever see. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Oh my God. It comes to him on the edge of the box. He's completely unmarked. There's a lot of Real Madrid and Liverpool players in front of him, but you've got to hit the target. It's one of the worst shots you'll ever see. Absolutely terrible. He's hooked it. 9 minutes to go. Pressure now for Liverpool. Different type of comeback needed for Liverpool here. Obviously, they did it in Istanbul. This sort of a comeback is looking a bit like a United Nou Camp comeback. You've got to do it really late on. Although there is still 10 minutes to go. And here's Salah. Lovely play. Great save again. What a keeper. What a keeper. How has he saved that? What a keeper. He's unbelievable. He is man of the match. No doubt about it. Magnificent performance by Courtois. Is it inevitable that Liverpool will score? It must be killing them. It must be killing them at the moment. They can't believe it. He's literally made 3 what I would call world-class saves. But there's a bit of a break on here for Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. They've got a 3v2. He goes to Benzema. That's not the right pass. Into Vinicius Jr. Oh, they didn't work that well. They didn't work that well. The break was on for Real Madrid there and they didn't work it well. It's going end to end because it has to go end to end. I think we're going to get extra time. Carvajal again. What a save. What a save that was from Salah's shot. Here it is again. Salah doesn't do anything wrong. What a save. What a takedown by Salah as well. Lovely shot. He saves it with that part of the arm. They all count. They all count. Why isn't Ancelotti not bringing any subs, says John? He doesn't really need to, does he? I think he's like, just keep doing what you're doing. Defensively, we've been good. He doesn't want to change the balance. If Liverpool get an equaliser, then we can look at making the changes then and we'll be fresh. What a ball by Modric. Real Madrid just need to keep the ball a bit here. Take the throw. Yeah, I don't think Ancelotti needs to make any changes. He's literally about to make a change. I think Camavinga's going to come on. But I don't think he's needed to make changes because ultimately he doesn't need to chase the game. What a game for Courtois. Absolutely incredible, says Daniel Madsen. It has been absolutely incredible. Bring Minamino on. He might actually score, says Lay. I mean, for Liverpool, I still think there's something going to happen in this game. I don't think it's over by any means, but for Liverpool, if they didn't win this Champions League, for a team that was being spoken about, and even I feared was going to do a quadruple, if they didn't win this game, they haven't won the league, they haven't won the Champions League, and effectively they'd come out of the season with a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup that they won on penalties. You'd be stunned by that. You'd be like, how? And no disrespect to the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, because as a United fan, I bloody love one of them. But for this Liverpool team, they're not major trophies, are they? They're not really. Your major trophies are your league or your Champions League. So that's what Liverpool are playing for in the next 5 minutes. I think any Liverpool fan would be disappointed, and Klopp and the Liverpool players will be very disappointed. To play every competitive game you can. They've got to the final of the Carabao Cup, they've got to the final of the FA Cup, they've got to the final of the Champions League, and they went to the final day of the Premier League. And to just come out of it with the cup, with the 2 domestic cups, you know, they'll feel that they're better than that. But they've got 5 minutes to prove it. I don't think they've run out of energy. I don't think it's that. I mean, their energy levels have been very good tonight. They've had the chances. Here he is again. Vinicius Jr. Still going. Benzema. Good tackle, Trent. Go with Jota. Go with Jota. Here's Mane down the left. Oh, good interception there. What a ball to Modric. Have Liverpool got the energy? No, he's offside. He's offside. Vinicius Jr. is offside. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. 23,000. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow afternoon for the playoff final, 4:30. Massive game that is. Who's going to be in the final team to come into the Premier League? Huddersfield against Forest. But we're not over yet. This is not over yet. This is going to be a corner to Liverpool. 88 minutes. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Cross comes in. It's a good cross. Oh, look at that. Like prime Michael Jordan there, Courtois leaps up high, grabs it with two hands. Slam dunk. I tell you what, there'll be a lot of Liverpool fans. Arses will be going like a bunny's nose. Twitch, twitch. They'll be really nervous now. I've been in this position. 99, new camp, 1-0 down, approaching the 90th minute. You're like, how has this happened? This season, how has this happened? We've got to win this Champions League. That was for a treble, though, obviously. Well, this is for a treble. It's not the treble, but it is for a treble. Is history going to repeat itself in a different way? Are Liverpool going to get a new camp thing where they get 2 goals late on? Whatever happens in this final, my man of the match is the goalkeeper for Real Madrid. I really enjoyed the Carvajal performance at right back, but the keeper's been ridiculous. Ridiculous performance from Courtois in goal. And, you know, Liverpool can't say they haven't had chances. It's not a final where they can say they didn't turn up. Their energy levels have been good, and they have had chances. Mane tipped it onto the post. Salah's had a couple of chances. This was meant to be Liverpool's revenge for the Salah final. How long is he going to add on? We're just about to hit 90 minutes here. In Europe, it's difficult to say. Sometimes it's just 2 minutes. I reckon he'll add about 4. I would like to know your thoughts on Chicharito when he was a player for United. I've been asked it a few times, Sergio. It was a pleasure to have at Man United. Great finisher. But Liz, Liverpool cleared away. You think losing this would only spur Liverpool on next season? Or the failing of the 2 major trophies is going to break them? This is reverse clouds. I mean, I think Liverpool have got amazing tenacity. And that's a lovely ball. He's onside. He is onside. What is he doing? Why don't you get your shot off, mate? He's given a corner as well. 5 minutes added on. That was a great chance. 5 minutes added on. Not sure where that's come from. Bloody Ceballos has just come on and he's running like McGran. He is slow. Ceballos has been on a minute. He's put through 1-on-1 and it's like he's going backwards. What is he on there? Real Madrid have got the corner here. There ain't going to be any rush for this. Now it's Benzema. I'd love him to get a goal. He deserve it. Camavinga over the bar. Over the bar. Over the bar from Camavinga. Well, Real Madrid on a different night could have done something on the break in the last half an hour. Liverpool on a different night might not come up against a great goalkeeping performance in Courtois. Vinicius Jr. Is he coming off for Rodrigo? Yeah. I wouldn't fancy Real Madrid in extra time. The substitutions they've made, I don't think they're set well for extra time. I think this is all about seeing out this game now. Long ball. Van Dijk's up front. Oh, Van Dijk's going to pick it up. They've got everybody forward. Trent, interesting cross. Carvajal heads it away. Still 2 minutes to go. Good play there by Ceballos. Jota's got away. Mane. Crossed. Headed away. Headed away. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time here, Benzema. Camavinga. He's done well. Into Cruz. He's got to keep that. Where's he going? Takes the foul. 2 minutes to go. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to hide it. I'm a Man United fan. I don't want Liverpool to win. So, you know, for Liverpool not to win the Champions League would be a result. And as sad as it is as a Man United fan, we are shit. Absolute shit. Embarrassment. Shower of shit players. So we'll take things like Brighton beating West Ham to get us into the Europa League. Man City winning to stop Liverpool winning a potential quadruple. And now Real Madrid winning a Champions League to stop Liverpool winning this. Imagine being arguably Liverpool's best player in Trent and switching off at that goal. That's costing the team the Champions League, says Amit. Everton fans probably claiming that they'll be European champions if Ancelotti won it. Well, reverse clouds. I mean, let's not forget, we're getting to that point potentially now where Ancelotti's going to win his 4th Champions League. We talk about GOATs of the game, but he was managing Everton a year ago. We're into the final minute. Liverpool won't believe this. I don't believe it. I really thought Liverpool would be too strong. They've got to do something now with 30 seconds to go. And they've probably been the better team in relation to chances created. But here's a cross. Oh, it's over. I think it's over. Courtois catches it. There's 20 seconds of normal time to go. I wouldn't say I'm stunned because this Real Madrid side has shown amazing depths of self-belief. PSG, they looked out. They fought back. Chelsea in the Bernabeu, they looked out. That super assist by Modric and they found a way. Manchester City, they looked out. They found a way. And tonight, it's over! It's over! They've won the Champions League. Benzema surely going to win the Ballon d'Or now. And Real Madrid lift another Champions League and break the hearts of Liverpool, who only a couple of weeks ago, as a United fan, I was terrified of them winning a quadruple. They've not won a major trophy in their eyes. They haven't won a major trophy. They've won a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup on penalties. No league title, no Champions League. You've got to say that Liverpool team, which has done amazingly well, it's played every Carabao Cup game, every FA Cup game, every Champions League game, and took the league title to the final day. And yet, they've won a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. It could have been historical. It will be disappointing. Disappointing season for Liverpool to not win the league, to not win the Champions League. But let's talk about Real Madrid. Unbelievable. The Rocky Balboa of this Champions League. They weren't the favourites. They were not the favourites. Real Madrid fans will always believe they should win it. That's the arrogance that they have, and God bless them. But They were not anybody's favourites to win this tournament. They were not. They knocked out PSG. They knocked out Chelsea, the holders. They knocked out Man City, the Premier League winners. And now they've knocked out what many people thought would be the favourites in this final, Liverpool, to lift a trophy. And I tell you what, when you lift the trophy in the way that Real Madrid have lifted that trophy, you deserve it. There can be no you were lucky. There can be no you didn't deserve it. Maybe they're not the best team, but they are the best team. That's the word. It's a football team. And every bit of adversity they faced, they found a way through. They deserve to win this trophy. Not because they're everybody's favourites, not because they're full of amazing talent, but because as a team and with that coach, they find a way. Battled the way. Hardest run, without a doubt, the hardest run to the final. PSG, Chelsea, Man City, French champions, the English champions, and Liverpool in the final. The best team in the world is Real Madrid. That is the headline tonight. Real Madrid are the best team in the world. They've put the Premier League to a sleep. And I'm very grateful they did as a Manchester United fan. They were absolutely superb tonight. And they thoroughly deserve to win it. And I take my hat off to Real Madrid. I've taken the piss out of La Liga in the past. But tonight, as a United fan, they did us a massive favour. And that, to me, in Ancelotti, he will go down. And I'm so pleased for him. Ancelotti, I've always loved Ancelotti as a coach. I would have loved him to replace Sir Alex at Manchester United. What a coach he is. A year ago, he's managing Everton. He's back at Real Madrid, winning a Champions League. And you know what? In that PSG tie, they were talking about sacking him and replacing him with Pochettino. A few short months later, he is lifting the Champions League in 100% deserved fashion. You've got to put respect on that Real Madrid side. And I don't think Liverpool fans will want to at the moment. They'll need to digest that, of course. You're not going to be humble or anything like that at this point, and everyone would understand that. But you've got to put a massive icon name of Ancelotti. One of the greats. One of the greats. 4 Champions Leagues, is it? He's won now. That's probably his best, because there is no way, if you'd said to me at the start of the season, who's the favourite to win the Champions League, I'd have said, well, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, PSG, Bayern Munich, before I'd have gone to Real Madrid. Not even in my top 5. So, yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I wouldn't call it an underdog story. I think that does discredit. You can't be an underdog and win a Champions League. You know, Porto won it with Mourinho, but they played Monaco in the final. It wasn't, a lot of teams bottled it. You're not an underdog when you beat PSG, Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool. They're not an underdog. They're a Rocky Balboa. That's what they are. They are going into fights where people probably fancy the other one, but they underestimate the durability and, you know, focus of that Madrid. If I could put it in anything, they're Rocky Balboa FC. And they thoroughly deserve it. And to beat who they beat, they deserve it, says Nate. I agree with you. We got a score to settle, says Lay. Read my name, says DM for my Insta. Okay. Liverpool have played 300 plus minutes of finals and haven't scored a goal, says Michael Gray. And also, remember Madrid lost to Sheriff this season in the group stage, says Phil Roberts. And can we stop with all this best team ever crap now? Liverpool fans give out awards like that without any trophies to back it up. Sit down, 99 untouched, says Aram. You know what? I say this every year. The Gary Linekers of this world, you know, the BT Sports, whoever, Match of the Day, they love to talk about teams in January, February, March and April. Oh, this team's one of the best Premier League sides ever. It's up there with the United treble side. It's up there with the Invincibles. It's a great team. And I always say the same thing. You are hyperbole sensationalists who are obsessed with the now. Come back at the end of May and we'll have a conversation. But they won't do it at the end of May because there's no Match of the Day. So they have to do it in April, March and January because it's on every week. You can only talk about great teams after the Champions League final. There's no point in comparing Liverpool or Man City or any other good team at the moment to United 99 or any other past team, because what have Man City won? A Premier League. What have Liverpool won? A Carabao and an FA Cup. Did I think either of those teams were capable of winning a treble? I did. I really did for a moment think Liverpool were going to do a quadruple. I've always thought that Pep's capable of a treble, but another year goes by and they don't. So you can't start categorising these teams until the season's over. And I never heard any Liverpool fans say they were going to win the quadruple or the treble, to be fair. And I'm not going to gloat about that. I'm very, very happy that Liverpool didn't win the league. I'm very, very happy that Liverpool didn't win the Champions League, because I'm a Man United fan, and a Liverpool fan wouldn't want us to do it. But, I think it is time now to stop talking about how great these teams are before the end of a season. And I think it's time to start talking about how great this game of football is that we love. Because Real Madrid were a film this year. This season, they've been a film. I've never known for a long time a story like Real Madrid's this season. That was not a great Real Madrid side. They are a great Real Madrid side, but they were not considered a great Real Madrid side. And they've battled and deserved everything that they've got in the knockout stages. And that's why I love football, because I didn't think I was going to be so behind Real Madrid. And of course, playing Liverpool helps. But on this channel, I think we've done every game of Real Madrid in the knockout stage. I remember the PSG games. I definitely remember the Chelsea and Man City games. So we've watched it all along, and they've been amazing. They've been absolutely amazing, and they thoroughly deserve it. So absolutely well done to them. And not a great final, but when you're emotionally attached to it, ultimately it's the result I wanted, not the result Liverpool fans wanted. Be interesting to see how Liverpool react in the summer, because they need a little bit more, don't they? This is Karma. Thiago doing little flip passes against Man United and laughing. I'm glad they lost, says Brian. Well, that's just rivalry. Anyway, look, thanks everyone for watching. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. That's football. Fantastic watch along. You've made it great again. Not the Champions League final tomorrow, but it's the playoff final at 4:30. I'm doing a playoff final tomorrow. Join me for that. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. And look, the season's over, and Real Madrid are the Champions League winners. Who would have predicted that at the start of the season, apart from Real Madrid fans? Thanks for watching. Take care, and well done to Real Madrid.